Thank you. Join us next week on the DJ Ellis Nerd Talk Show, and you can see us in 3, maybe 2.
Keys.
So, we in? We are working on it. And there we are. How's everyone doing today?
Now we are in.
How's everyone doing?
What up?
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. There's 3 of us.
There are 3 of us.
There's not 2. There's just 2 usually, but we added someone else this week.
Who am I?
Who is it?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know. He kind of showed up, and he seemed like a nice guy. So we were like, hey, let's let him in. No, if you are a fan of the show and or watch us on YouTube a lot, you see the name TheMrChaptastic show up a lot in the comment section.
There you go.
So we were like, you know what? We like this guy. Let's bring him here.
He flew all the way from wherever he's from.
New Hampshire.
Flew in from New Hampshire to be here.
That's called devotion.
Dude.
That's devotion.
And I appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate you, man.
Yeah, dude.
See, it just takes a couple types and then the enter button, and we were like, you know what? Let's fly him here.
A couple Delta Airlines ticket.
How was your flight?
Oh, long. You guys didn't give me like first class. You got me business.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, nah, I mean, if I've never had first class, I'm not gonna give it to somebody.
Yeah, you're lucky we paid for it.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah, we're not.
But
but no, we are really glad to have the Mr. Chaptastic here on the show, and if you are here from his channel, welcome to the DJ Ellis Nerd Talk.
Welcome.
Chap Nation hype.
Chap Nation.
Oh yes. See, Ellis Nation doesn't flow as well. Chap Nation's great.
We get the Ellis Reich.
I forgot who started that too.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
The Ellis Reich.
I think Acro did.
No, yeah, it was Acro Bear.
Oh my God.
Acro Bear started it.
Oh,
you know what? The Mr. Chaptastic, if you wanted to, like, you know, some people are like, hey, go pick up my shirt, go get my bracelet. You get his own little flavor of chapstick. There you go.
Because everyone who comes into my chat the first time, it's always, hey, chapstick, like, what's this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll go ahead and roll with it, you know?
Yeah.
That's basically my secondary name.
So,
Chapstick.
yeah, chapstick. What would your flavor smell like?
Ooh.
Or
Vanilla.
scent? It'd be vanilla.
Vanilla.
The Chaptastic smells like the vanilla. Does he smell like vanilla, Dylan? Yeah, no. So awesome. So weekly soda of the week. You know we do this every week, and this week we have something of a classic that I myself have never had.
It's a New Hampshire favorite. From
Yeah, he brought it from New Hampshire. They almost didn't let him on the flight because it's a liquid.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so and we all have our own RC Cola.
RC Cola.
What does RC?
What does RC stand for?
Remote controlled.
Race car.
To bring the race cars to a race car cola.
I don't know if you can see this. Mine is already a little bit open.
Ooh.
It's intentional.
It's,
they package them that way?
Yeah. There's always one.
That's beautiful.
That's how they get that crisp, flat taste.
All right.
So, this is how we do it. We crack it open and we start the show. I just cut the crap out of my finger, but that is okay. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the talk, guys. Let's get this started.
Who the heck? Who makes this? This 7-Up or is this?
It's Royal Crown.
That's
it just got out of my pants.
Is it bad? What flavor is it?
It tastes like sugar.
Does it?
Yeah. I'm telling you, flat Pepsi.
Oh, dude, that's nasty. It's not bad. I wouldn't drink this by myself.
So here's the thing. My dad was mentioning to me how he's like, I think it's cool that you guys do a soda. You think eventually you'll get like a sponsorship on these sodas, and they'll make you review them before your show. They'll pay you to do it. I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. But we say every single soda we've ever drank tastes like pee. Like, we hate all the sodas we've ever drank except one. It was like a Mountain Dew flavor.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, we hate all of them.
No, was it the blackout or
No, it's Squirt. I still drink Squirt.
Oh, Squirt.
Squirt.
Squirt's good. Squirt was good. What was Big Red? The
Big
one
Red
that
was nasty.
Yeah, Big Red I think was my least favorite. That one tastes.
Adjust the volume real quick. Y'all just keep talking.
I think that one was my like least favorite.
See, I mean, they have so many of these like cheap sodas that you can get compared to the big names.
Yeah.
But I mean, every once in a while there's a hidden gem.
And eventually we'll find one.
Yeah, one day.
Squirt. Squirt was one.
Okay, so if Squirt offered you
Oh yeah.
like promotion that you could only have squirt from now on.
Oh, on the show, that's it.
Yeah, would you take it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd probably go.
Sell
Yeah.
out.
I'll take
Sell out.
that over drinking the carbonated cough syrup we usually drink. We're just like, you know what? One of these has to be good.
Yeah.
And we always see them. We're always curious. Like, oh, I wonder what it tastes like. There's a reason that they're not the big name brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that went all of our sponsorship. But no, Squirt's probably gonna like this promotion because we've been doing this for a couple months. We're drinking excuse me, almost every week. And that was the one that stands out. That one and the Mountain Dew, but duh. So, we lost Dylan. I don't know where Dylan went.
He has left.
I'm still here. I'm getting reports that Joe is wicked loud.
Oh, am I?
I forgot to adjust your mic in OBS.
Ah.
So if you're in the chat,
So
how is it now?
Yeah, how are the volumes?
If I'm screaming at you guys, I apologize. I'm just a loud guy. Is that better?
I have no idea.
We doing okay? We doing solid?
I'm sure they'll let us know.
Yeah.
But moving into what happened this week with both of our channels, I believe. I know our channel started a new giveaway, and if you watched Wednesday's video with the Dylan, then you saw that we were giving out a copy of Jump Force. It's that like anime game. Did you guys see that?
Jump Force? What?
Yeah. It's like some like jump something. It's like Super Jump or something. It's like a
Absolutely
crossover
not.
between Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Naruto, Death Note.
Does it have Sushi Slasher in it?
I guess. I don't know. It was like all these animes and they like fight each other. It's like Injustice. It's great. So we're giving out a copy. We're just kidding. I just heard of that game. We're giving out a copy of the Fallout 76.
Ooh.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Big.
Comes out November
14th.
Yep.
And that's when the giveaway ends because it's a Friday, so we'll just give it away on the live podcast.
Yep. So we'll have the copy in our hands. We'll kiss it for you, and then we'll send it to whoever wins. The way Dylan, talk about how to get into the.
So, I'm scared with the volume levels because I don't want to say it. I don't want to have to say it again. How to win the contest, but so basically, you have to comment on every Wednesday video. It's not going to be you have to interact with every video kind of thing. Every Wednesday video is going to be a Fallout series until the release date. And there's going to be keywords that we're going to do every week. So like this week is Vault Tech, but the keyword in the comment section is Vault. So you have to comment your favorite Vault. You have to do like a favorite Vault, and here's three reasons why. We're not asking for like a paragraph, but just, a little interactive. So, and every week, once it comes to November 14th, we'll pick a winner from each video, and the winners from each video will get into a drawing at the end there.
Just a nice little raffle.
A nice little raffle. It's going to be a little tourney. So,
little tourney. We're gonna give you little shields and swords. You guys fight to the death.
You and I have different definitions of tourney, bro.
So you're putting them all in Fortnite.
So it's a battle royale. It's a battle royale I'm pitching. And if PUBG's watching this, it's not a battle royale, but it's a battle royale. So.
I might enter in that myself.
I don't think that you are allowed to.
Why is that?
Because you are literally in the name of the channel.
Well, I mean, I'm entering in.
See, you can enter in though.
Yeah. I'm going for it.
Here's my thing. Don't bank all your money on. Don't bank all the money on like, oh, I'm gonna win. Like, pre-order just in case.
Oh yeah.
But
if anything, give the pre-order to a friend. Co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're gonna be talking about that for sure.
Yeah, but I get there's some rules. There's no, like, if you comment multiple times on one video, you only have one submission. It's not going to be a
right. One person, one comment, one submission.
Like if someone literally comments on the Vault video, like they love every 122 Vault, and they tell me that in every comment, like what they love about each 122. Like, I appreciate your research.
Oh yeah.
And maybe if you did that much research and time into like your school, you're probably like a genius.
Yeah.
But it's only one entry per video.
Right.
So we'll probably have like bonus ways you can enter throughout, but I haven't thought of any yet. So
more information to come.
Yeah.
Right, for sure. And Chappie, I'm gonna call him the Chaptastic.
The Chapstick.
The Chapstick-tastic has a giveaway as well. You wanna share with our guys?
Yeah, I can go ahead and take it away a little bit. So, Fortnite. Everybody knows what it is by now.
I have no idea.
It means 2 weeks.
That's it. Well, they have a game that does not last 2 weeks. It's been going for months.
Oh.
Sounds like it would crash and burn real quick.
Why
Yeah.
is it called months? I'm just messing. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I promise.
Anyways, PvE has not been released yet, but you can get a Founders Edition. We are giving away a friend code on my channel to people who take part in the daily live streams.
I'm just
Oh,
testing-
gosh. Either way,
Testing the audio.
if you'd like a chance to win, come join us in the live streams. I hate to do self-promotion like this, but I mean,
No, you're good. That's what we're here for.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a give and take. I've been hyping up your stuff all week, so we're
I'm
helping
not-
each
I'm
other
not
out.
helping,
I
not.
mean, if anything, I gotta say, y'all's price is way better than mine at the moment. Like, mine's like a $40, y'all's 60. Y'all AAA right now.
No, dog.
No, we're going all out. We're getting that Power Armor edition.
As far as no, don't do not legally say that.
That's huge.
No, we're not gonna be-
That's
No.
double the price.
I
No.
guarantee you, like, there's already people that have already pre-ordered that somehow.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Like, that Pip-Boy edition was gone
Oh yeah. Instantly.
instantly, so I guarantee you this is gonna be just like that.
Thing is, those things are still reselling now.
I don't doubt
Pip
it.
Boys?
My sister got one not too long ago, like a sealed Pip-Boy edition.
Jeez. See, people know what's up.
Yeah.
People knew. They knew. That's an investment.
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, anything else you guys want to add about the giveaways?
Can I enter your giveaway?
Oh yeah, 1 entry per person.
Can I enter your giveaway?
Hey, as long as you got the account, just don't do shared account.
Yeah,
Can DJ Ellis?
So, awesome. So, this week we're gonna be mainly focusing on the video games, because I swear this RC Cola is making my body.
Oh
just-
yeah, no.
I
gives
was
you the
left and
burps.
right. This week it's
Burps.
focusing on video games, because for those who are not aware, E3 was this past weekend. It's like one of my favorite weeks of the year. That
It
and
was.
Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out with Caitlin and I told her, I'm like, I have to be home by 8:30 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So and do not talk to me
Yeah, I had
because
my,
Bethesda.
my anniversary night, my anniversary dinner, the time I spent with my wife during Bethesda's press conference.
Dude, you should have looked at the E3 press conference like schedule ahead of time before you picked what day you were gonna get married.
See, I didn't think that far through.
Dude.
Now, it's all good. We had a great time. It was beautiful. It was great.
Bethesda or your anniversary?
It was
Both?
my first. It was one of those hard decisions. It was one of those like red pill, blue pill.
Ooh.
You know, I ended up just Dylan texted me everything that happened, and I just watched all the trailers the next day.
Good looking out to you.
Yeah. No, that if anything, that shows my devotion to my spouse. But because that was the press conference I cared most about. No, it was a good weekend. I think this E3, I enjoyed this one a lot better than last year. Last year was kind of disappointing to me, you know. But no, we're gonna talk about some of the major press conferences that occurred, some of the releases we cared about, some of the things that we don't really care about.
Yeah.
Games we're excited for, games we're like, nah, I don't care. And some of the releases we are most definitely excited for. So, first things first, we want to go with, I believe, EA. EA was like the first real big one that, first real big press conference that occurred. Did anybody remember anything? I had 2 things that I got out of that.
Prequels coming to Battlefront 2.
That was one of them. Yeah, I think that was the big one to me. Was that prequels? You're getting a huge prequel update or DLC for Battlefront 2. So if you're playing that, you get to play and fight on Geonosis, as they said it's their biggest map they've ever had in Battlefront. On top of that, you get to play as 4 more characters: Anakin, Obi-Wan, Dooku, and Grievous. I think Grievous got the most applause on that one.
Yeah, dog.
People were so excited, and then they were like, "And you get to play as Count Dooku."
4's better than 1.
That is true. No, See, I get so scared when I see like Darth Maul come out of nowhere. I'm gonna like pee myself when I see
Grievous.
4-armed Grievous running at me from across the battlefield. No, I'm out. I'm out. No, I was really excited about that one. What about that other Star Wars announcement?
Which one?
The one where literally the announcement lady sits next to one of the developers. Hey, look who I found in the crowd. Heard you're working on a Star Wars game. Yeah, we are. What's the name of it? Star Wars, the Jedi, the Fallen Order. Cool. Do I get to wield a lightsaber? Yeah. It was hands down probably the worst announcement of a Star Wars game I've ever been witness to. Now, am I going to get it? Probably. But there was like no gameplay, no title. It was literally like I'm sitting here saying, hey Dylan, what are you going to eat tomorrow?
I will say this. I'm getting reports that you are echoey. Because you're probably picking up on both mics. So I don't know how to fix this. Is that it?
Like that.
Maybe I can talk quieter. Maybe that'll help.
It might.
But it's just like me. It's like me asking Dylan what he's eating for breakfast tomorrow and him telling me. Like if he showed me a slideshow or like an announcement trailer of I'm gonna eat an omelet, and it's like a video of him making the omelet, I would be so much more excited than I would be if he was just like, oh, I'm gonna eat an omelet. But see, that's what this developer was like doing. They were like, oh, we're gonna eat an omelet tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, not even a title, not even a title card saying I'm gonna eat an omelet. It was I'm gonna eat an omelet.
Hey, it's coming.
And it has eggs.
Yeah.
And bacon.
Yeah.
And
you know?
lightsabers.
And lightsabers, and you get to fight with them. It's duh. You just said Jedi.
It's got what you've expected.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And it was oh god, it was so dumb. Was I still excited? Yeah, but I would have been more excited if my favorite thing. He was like, it's gonna come out 2019, not this year, but next year. I'm like, okay, you had me concerned there. I had no idea when 2019 was, sir.
Did
So
they
thank
say
you
what?
for-
Did they say what quarter, or did they just say
I
the
think he
year?
said
2019.
fall 2019.
So it's gonna be
Like
in next year's E3.
a
Yep.
hot minute, so-
Like-
Yep.
Are we just getting into that habit now?
Mhm. Yeah, we're gonna announce them a year and a half early.
Do a mic test real quick.
So
ASMR.
Hey.
no, it's interesting. It was a weird little announcement. Now the one I was I wanted to get news about this before I said anything. Anthem. You guys see anything about Anthem?
Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit,
Yeah.
because it seems like not. It was one of those games too where the trailer showed a little bit more than last year, but
Mhm.
still kind of last year-y.
It's extremely last year to me. You get a couple more mechanics. This is what we worked on the past year. We added this little mechanic. Like, I don't know. Anthem, the only thing that made me excited about Anthem was that it had BioWare attached to it. I love BioWare games.
Yeah.
Two of my favorite games are from BioWare. And so I was really excited when... Well, okay, I'll take it back. I was not excited to hear that they were doing a new IP as opposed to Redemption DLC for Andromeda. But, I mean, it's BioWare, so I was like, okay, maybe, let's check it out. Nah, I might. No, it just looks like third person. It looks like a third person version of Destiny with robots.
I have a funny Mass Effect story, completely unrelated. I was at work the other day, and there was this cashier who had this bottle, and it had Mass Effect symbols on it, but there were none that I recognized.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, dude, cool bottles. What symbols are those? I thought, for some reason, it was the Team Valor and all that, because it was like a blue with like wing-looking thing
Yeah,
and like
that's the
red.
Spectre.
And so I told him that. And I was like, oh, dude, is that like from
the
Pokemon
Systems
Go? And he's like,
Alliance.
no, it's Mass Effect. I was like, oh, I like Mass Effect. And he said, clearly. And then walked off.
Oh my god!
I mean, do you blame him?
I
Do
mean,
you
no, I
blame
would've done the
him?
same thing. Oh,
I mean,
Uh,
that's an insult.
like you cosplay as Aragorn. Oh, hey, who are you? I'm Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. Oh, that's my favorite movie. Clearly.
Yeah,
Like-
obviously, it's your favorite movie, dumb.
Yeah.
I was just like,
That's
because I
awesome.
didn't say, oh, dude, I played that. I was like, oh, I like that game. And I was
You ruined his day.
Oh, dude, I know I did. Well, he's one of those guys, like, every time you see him, it's like his day's already ruined and he hasn't clocked in yet, so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my favorite type of people.
But back on Anthem,
Yeah.
I am kind of hyped for it because it does look beautiful.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
I prefer its art style over Destiny. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I think it was a smart move not to launch it against Destiny this year.
Yeah.
With Destiny 2 and all the updates they're constantly getting out because, you know, they've got the big budget for it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know if waiting another year was the right call because who knows what we're going to get coming into next year.
You're getting the Jedi game. I know that.
Well, I think
That's
it might
about all I
win.
know. Yeah. Oh, well, then, that might as well. Yeah. Oh, we'll put it in the coffin. No, I'm gonna have to see a lot more from Anthem before I go, ooh, I want to get in on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see a lot more.
I just spiked up someone's volume real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm sorry about that.
Let's see. Oh, no, you guys just keep talking. I'm going to
I'm
be messing
afraid
with the
to.
volume. I think ours is the
Yeah,
top
ours
one.
is the top. So as long as we keep that going up, we're solid.
Well, we're picking up Joe as well, so I'm thinking about just cutting Joe's mic and just going straight to
And
the
just
Yeti.
putting this to the room.
Just going straight to the Yeti.
We can
yeah.
do that.
That's fair.
Okay. Give us 2 seconds for station identification.
Well.
Hold on. Okay. Let's just do that real quick, guys.
All right.
Hold on. Let me mute Joe's mic. Oh.
Off the camera.
Okay. So we should just be going through Joe's mic now. Or this mic?
The Yeti?
Yeah.
Or the snowball?
This mic. Okay. Hold on.
Which one's this? Mike?
That's the snowball.
This is the snowball. This is the one we're going through?
Now we're going through this one.
The Yeti.
There we are. That should be better.
Do you want to just keep it straight up?
Do you want to keep it straight up?
I mean, projecting our voices forward. That might be working.
Like that?
Yeah, we all talk up.
Hi.
Like that. You want to move it back?
No, that'll do.
Okay. Sorry about that, chat.
We're back.
We're back.
How's
We didn't-
everyone?
Oh man, that clipped.
Did it?
My bad. So, I'm gonna see a lot more from Anthem before I pre-order anything, and it seems like we have some time to wait. But those were the big things that I got at EA's
There you go.
press conference. Star Wars Anthem.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, Dylan?
I'm excited for Battlefront DLC. I wish they gave us a release date though.
Yeah, it's weird because they just like a few days ago announced the Han Solo update, and then they're like, oh, and this, so they went like almost 6 months. No, they did go 6 months without any kind of update, big update like that, because
They had that Ewok thing.
I'm talking big, like with crate.
They had that Ewok thing.
That is true, but they had a big update like the week after Battlefront 2 came out, and it was for Last Jedi, and so they waited like 6 months to do another update, and it came out, and then they're like, oh, here's another one. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then Ewok is great. Ewok is so great. We gotta live stream that.
Is it still a thing? I thought they were done with it.
Yeah, I saw it last time. I was on Battlefront. It was on there. Because they talked about it. They said it was very popular, and I think they wanted to keep it. So that would be awesome because I love that mode. Final shot. Anything you want to add, Mr. Chappie?
No, not really from them. I mean, I'm more just kind of watching Anthem from BioWare, just seeing where that goes.
Yeah.
I want to see more before next year, though. I don't want this to be a thing where they're like, here you go, E3 again. All right, we'll see you next year with it on replay.
They did that with Andromeda for, I think it was 3 years straight. They had Andromeda teases, and then it finally came out, and So I'm hoping Anthem's not that same way. But I know I'm not as hyped as I should be for a BioWare game. Moving on to the next press conference, I believe it was Microsoft. So Microsoft had their press conference, and
I don't remember anything from it.
that was my thing.
Didn't they? No, they didn't have Assassin's Creed, did they?
Nope, that was Ubisoft. That was the next day. We'll talk about that though. But the biggest thing I got out of Microsoft's press conference was at the very end. they were like saying, "Oh, goodbye, goodbye, blah blah blah," and then like the whole stage started getting hacked or something like that, and then it was a trailer to Cyberpunk 2077. I am stupid hyped for that game.
I never played it. I have no idea what it is.
Same.
The thing I'm excited about, and I think everyone's excited about this game for one reason, and it's because of CD Projekt Red. Is the people who made Witcher 3.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
yeah, so that game was nearly flawless.
Dude, yeah.
Like legit, it was one of, if not the best game I've ever played.
Yeah.
I will stick that in the sand. And so they showed this trailer off. They announced it a couple years ago, and then they showed it off this year. Or no, they didn't even show gameplay, like real gameplay. They did like a cinematic trailer, which was really freaking cool. Had its awesome song, awesome style. It looks incredible. The one thing that gets me going, like, is that I heard it's first person, and there's a lot of people that don't like that because Witcher was third person. It was great. It was super immersive, and then they're like, oh, it's first person, story driven RPG, and people are like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But because that doesn't, I don't know. They've defended it, and honestly, I'm pretty confident that they'll do well. They tend to do very, very well.
Yeah.
They announced that they're gonna do free updates and free DLC like they did with Witcher 3, which was awesome. So I am super excited about that. That was really the main thing I got out of Microsoft. I'm sorry, I got to. That was the main thing I got out of Microsoft's press
Well, they showed
conference.
the Fallout 76 trailer 2 first.
They did.
And then Bethesda showed it later that day.
They did show that off.
But
I forgot about that.
That was about the only thing I cared about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my thing is, why did they show it?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was
Are
a weird
they-
thing.
Because usually Microsoft's been big on cross-platform recently,
Yeah.
where other people are kind of like trying to get on that train of what can we get next. You know, Sea of Thieves had the Microsoft Windows 10 updates, all that kind of stuff. Are we looking at that?
You got
possibly?
me beat. Yeah, you got me beat on that. Potentially.
Yeah.
I just remember once Fallout and Cyberpunk went, I was like, sweet. Except I'm pretty sure those are going to be on PS4 as well. The Halo Infinite, that had a cool trailer.
I hope I didn't hit any of the hotkeys. I think we're good. That green bar still.
It's still good. We're good.
I'm just
No,
turning
I don't know.
this off.
It was one of those I was just like indifferent about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, I don't have the Xbox. I keep saying the something. I don't play Xbox One stuff. So
I don't
like
either.
the Gears 5 trailer. I played the first first three Gear games. Enjoyed those. So Gears 5 didn't do anything for
It's
me.
a female-driven game, which
That
is cool.
is true. Yeah, that's the first time they've done that. And then Halo Infinite had a pretty cool trailer. I didn't play any of the games, but I still thought that was a pretty cool trailer.
I thought they were going to wait to release the new Halo when the new system dropped. Kind of like a system seller.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
awesome.
That's what I think StarCraft is. StarCraft, is that what it's called? Not
StarCraft?
Not StarCraft. What the heck
Starfield.
is Starfield. What is StarCraft?
StarCraft is an old
StarCraft.
PC game.
Okay,
Yeah,
I knew that.
StarCraft. It is now a it's like a RPG in the vein of D&D and Pathfinder.
Okay, so Starfield.
StarCraft.
I think it's going to be the.
No, that's Starfinder.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say I'm wrong
StarCraft is
too.
the RTS.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
Starfield, I think it's going to be a system launch game.
Perfectly fine with me. Speaking of Starfield, Bethesda.
Is Bethesda next?
Yeah, Bethesda is next.
Yes.
That was that late night press conference. The one I think most people were most excited for when our Lord and Savior Todd Howard walks out.
man.
He knows he's all that.
Any chat you were going into was just Todd Howard spams.
It was. Oh, dude. Okay, so did you watch any of the Bethesda, or not Bethesda? I know you didn't. Any E3 Twitch or YouTube streams?
No.
Did you?
No, wait,
Yes.
hold on. I did the next day. I watched Sony's and Ubisoft's.
Okay.
But I didn't look at any of the comments.
Oh my god. I was on the Twitch stream for Bethesda, and they were all the same thing. It was Despacio 2 and Skate 4. That's all people want. So...
Skate 4?
That was like blowing up in the chat.
Stupid!
Like Todd Howard says hello. Skate 4
Skate 4.
confirmed.
Skate 4 confirmed, yeah.
Oh my god. Awesome.
It was awesome, but no, Bethesda was great. Everything
Bethesda was
Bethesda
amazing.
showed was great.
Mhm.
So,
speaking of Bethesda, Doom.
yes. So,
Doom looks
Yeah.
dope.
yeah, I want to talk Rage 2 just to get out of the way.
Go for it.
I won't get it.
Nope.
But it looked cool. It's
Oh, yeah.
how the gameplay, how it looked, is exactly how Doom looks. Just if Doom was like not about demons and hell.
Right, you shot people instead of.
It looks like a mix of Doom and Borderlands, kind of. Do not touch the mic.
Okay, I will ask, did y'all play Rage 1?
No, I didn't know there was a
completely
Rage
skimmed.
1.
Yeah, I didn't.
Like, saw it, it looked apocalypse-y, but at the same time, I was like, I'll play Fallout.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I want to play something apocalypse-y, I play Fallout or Last of Us or something.
Like, I know Bethesda bought Fallout after Fallout 2,
Mm-hmm.
but, like, there's this thing, like, when they announced Rage 2, their Twitter was like, Bethesda's original post-apocalyptic RPG. I'm like, Fallout.
Fallout.
Y'all let me... Oh, yeah, I forgot. But, no, Bethesda was freaking great. I loved everything Bethesda did. Everything except for the band that showed up. That
Wait.
metal band that showed up.
Wait, the one that does Doom? Did they come back? I didn't see that part.
They may have. They were for the Rage 2 announcement.
Oh.
There was
oh,
some
never
band
mind.
that like played a full song before Rage 2,
Mhm.
and cringe, dude. Like they would like show the band they're getting into. They show people in the audience. But no, it was cool. But Doom Eternal, I'm getting.
Yeah.
I'm getting that. I hope it releases this year, Christmas, but I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, Bethesda's pretty good about releasing games.
This
Like,
is-
if they announce them, they usually come out the year that they are announced.
Yeah. Well, like Doom Eternal, we're not going to see footage until some con in August.
Oh, yeah?
I forgot what it's called. It started with a Q. But that's what.
QuakeCon.
Is it? Is that a thing? Quaker and Oats con.
Quaker and Oats Con.
But that's when
Quit
we'll.
while you're ahead con.
There you go. That's when we'll see Doom Eternal footage. But I'm excited about that. That is the cover photo of my Facebook feed now.
I saw that.
So, I hope it has a Switch release date
Right.
or a launch, because I'm kind of tired, and I was having this conversation at the airport with him today.
Yep.
That I want the Switch to be my primary console. However,
Right.
they do like the 6-month delay. Like Wolfenstein 2 has been out. Like it's had a lot of hype around it come release day.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, yeah, Wolfenstein 2 is there. I think it's like $30 at Target, and the Switch is gonna release it like into this summer. They'll be like, hey, we have Wolfenstein 2 on the Switch. That's gonna be $60. So I'm just like,
I don't.
if you'll do stuff launch day, and I don't know why they don't. Like
Right.
I don't know.
I mean, it's also kind of your thing. If they're going to have online like Doom 1 did, like,
Yeah.
or like the original for this time,
Doom 4.
Doom 4,
Yeah.
Doom, like,
Doom.
is it going to be the same type of online issues they had with the Switch?
I hope
Or
not.
is Nintendo Direct going to fix that, or is it just more of a game side issue?
I don't. Yeah, that's a good question, because I mean, graphics wise, these games don't look horrible. Like I play Skyrim, and like you can obviously tell it's not 1080p.
Mhm.
That 720 isn't horrible,
Right.
especially if it's in portable mode. Looks great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Doom looks great portable mode. I don't know. So I hope there's a launch day release for Doom Eternal,
Right.
because Doom runs smooth, smooth as
It
butter.
needs to, the way that it's played.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if it's laggy at all,
Yeah.
because it's all about, it's a rhythm game. Like it's all about getting into a rhythm of like killing demons.
Right.
But no, I'm excited about Doom Eternal. And then did you ever see Elder Scrolls Blades?
Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye, my phone battery.
Yeah, I will definitely not get it on my phone. I'm gonna get it on my PlayStation or something like that.
You can do that.
Oh, it's coming to.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
Interesting. Yeah. If it goes for PlayStation, I'll play it
Oh.
there because my phone won't be able to.
No, especially with those graphics. They were like
No.
Elder Scroll graphics. I was
Yeah.
like,
They look like PS3 Skyrim graphics on your phone.
yeah, which my phone can barely do Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
No, yeah. I had to get it through Steam because my phone can't handle it.
Mm-mm.
Can't
Which-
even launch.
We can talk about Fallout Shelter if you want. Is there anything? How did you feel about Elder Scrolls Blades?
Okay, see, here's my thing. I don't know why we've got such a focus on making everything be optimized to lower setting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for past years, we've been pushing the scale, pushing it. Like, you know, you had to play this on the Xbox One because Xbox 360 can't handle it.
Yeah.
You have to play it on the Xbox One S, PS4 Pro, and now we're just kind of like, hey, we can get Fortnite on the Android.
Yeah.
Like, what can we go down to? Can we get something rolling on a Motorola?
Yeah.
Like, just a Razor?
That's true.
Shoot.
And then they like hype up all the things that like don't really need, like Fallout Shelter. You can now play on a console.
Yeah.
Why?
Never in a million.
Why?
Did I go, oh man, this game's good. But you know what would be awesome? If I had my joysticks.
I got it for
Play-
the Switch, and like, what? I love it and I hate it for two things. I love it because it has a Fallout emblem on my Switch now.
Oh yeah.
Because it has like the Vault Boy with like Fallout stuff around him. I'm like, why can't that say Fallout 3 above it instead of Fallout Shelter? But it doesn't run smoothly on my Switch. It might on a PS4, but like it's a very like touch interaction game.
Yeah.
And the touchscreen on the Switch is cool and all, but like I think that's a game that's literally meant for your phone.
Yeah.
So
I always played it on my iPad.
phone,
Yeah.
and it's another thing. Like the game runs in the background while you're playing. Like so, like you could be asleep and Deathclaws can come to your
They
vault.
exclusively
Oh,
wait
yeah.
for me to go to
And,
sleep.
yeah, and that happens. Like I'll turn on my Switch and be like, "Oh, Deathclaws raided your place while you were asleep." I'm like,
Like half your dwellers are dead.
Yeah, cool. Do you want to pay money to revive them?
Yeah.
Please?
"It's like you want $5 to open a lunchbox, and maybe you'll get some new dwellers."
No, but here.
Yeah, here's
Yeah.
$15 for 5.
15. Give me 5. Oh, there's no dwellers. Crap.
Crap. Dog, don't be messing with the mic.
It wants to fall.
Yeah, here. Let's twist this back.
Let's see if
Scooch
I
it
can
in a
just
little bit.
twist it. Like, if we could just get that.
All
thing.
around me are familiar.
There we go. Equilibrium.
Yeah.
That's my joke from earlier.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, don't say that at the airport.
I said it in here actually, but
After the taxi ride.
After the taxi. Yeah, I remember that.
I Lyft.
You don't Uber?
I don't Uber.
No,
after,
Lyft is cheaper.
Yeah, Lyft is cheaper, dog. And you can get those gains too. Mr. Sheffield.
So, speaking of Mr. Sheffield, Fallout 76.
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Let's talk. You guys excited about being in the wasteland together?
I'm excited for the multiplayer being optional.
Yeah.
It's very Borderlands 2 multiplayer where like you don't have to have that person, and if like they can't get on for some reason, you're like, okay, well F them, I'm gonna continue the story. You can. So I like that because originally there's stuff coming out that's gonna be like, oh, it's like Rust.
It's exactly like Rust
or
or
it's
Ark
an
Survival.
MMO, or it's Battle Royale. I'm like, if it's any of those things, I'll kill someone. If it's like
Yeah.
Rust, I'll be okay.
Okay. I have something to say on that, though, because I haven't seen these confirmed interviews or not,
Yeah.
but I had someone come to me, like, last night and be like, I'm so excited for this Fallout, like, the online is going to be beast. I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool, like, the pick up and play mechanic and all that, and they're like, yeah, and the possibility of you running into other groups, and I'm like, hold up, what? And they're like, yeah, like, VATS is in real time now, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, that's kind of cool. It'll make me use it a lot less.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, excuse me, go back to the groups part?
Yeah.
Like, am I going to get raided? I'm sorry, any game that... Okay, Fallout has always been an attrition game for me.
Yeah.
I always run out of ammo, I run out of healing stuff, and I'm just spamming the quick save whenever I kill
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Once it gets to a thing of, oh, you're just randomly going to pop in PvP, I'm like, that kind of scares me. I'm not sure if
Extremely.
I want it to become like a... did y'all play... Oh, Division.
No.
No.
Division was one of those games where it was like, if you wanted to get to the end game, have the best gear, you had to go into a PvP-enabled area. Sometimes you could walk in, nobody would shoot you. You'd see each other, you'd both spook each other, go the other way. Like, nobody wanted to fight. But then
Right.
it turned into, you had squads just running the streets, cleaning house. And I'm like, I'm not sure if I want that in a Fallout.
No.
Like, I appreciate, you know, everyone's wanted Fallout and Elder Scrolls to have that story-driven game with multiplayer options.
Yeah.
I'm cool with PvP, but I don't know to what extent I'm cool with it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be level 1 getting out of a vault and have somebody roll through with a mini nuke aimed at my head.
Yeah, I don't know. That part made me concerned because they did even say like, oh, you might run into people that aren't that nice.
Well, he did. Todd Howard said the multiplayer is optional. You can turn it off and make it a single player mode if you want.
He said you can run it solo. Yeah.
Okay, good.
The part that got me though is that he said there's no NPCs, there's other players, which made me go a little. But then there's also I heard him say something about there being like a group of ghouls. So I'm like, there are NPCs.
I don't believe. Yeah, I don't.
Like, you can't go the entire game without... Like, you can't... to me, I don't know how you're going to do a story-driven...
With no...
Bethesda RPG with no NPC.
It's all through terminals.
Just...
Oh, God, you got to read? Oh, perish the thought.
Yeah.
No. God, I don't know. It made me... That part made me a little nervous, but at the same time, it made me excited, because I was like... Dylan and I play Bethesda games very similarly. Like we are very into role playing.
It's so not fun to watch us play.
It's not fun to watch, but I'm like I can experience that with Dylan. Like like I could be, my guy could be doing his daily routine. He walks outside. Oh, there's Dylan. He's working on his power armor. Hey, Dylan, how you doing? I do a little emoji or a little emote. He's like, you know, like
just get my sniper rifle.
Sniper rifle. We've been neighbors for years. You shoot me in the face.
I do it too.
Yeah. So that part like made me excited. Like me and Dylan playing together, Chappie playing together. Like that part made me excited. Ooh. But it's the other players that make me a little bit.
He'll
nervous.
Probably get to play with Xbox people. We are PlayStation, so Sony will be like, no.
We care about our kids' safety.
Yeah. No, you can't play cross-platform. What game did Sony do that recently with?
Fortnite with Switch.
Fortnite with Switch. Well, I mean, they were always. It's hard to find Fortnite games. This is random. Hard to find Fortnite games on PlayStation because it's PlayStation, like people who have PlayStation exclusively. But unless you hack the system like you did.
I mean, the thing that got me is I play on PC and I'll have Fan Game Fridays where just people can join a queue, play with me. But we ran into the first issue of, all right, we had a console player on PS4 and then an Xbox. Can't invite them both.
Right.
The one that gets in first blocks the other one. And I'm like, that is such a weird thing considering I can just start a new lobby and get the other. Like, where does it end? And at the time that the Switch launched and Sony, because a lot of people were like, it's a Sony-Microsoft issue, like they've been fighting for years. Yeah, I get it. But the moment Sony was like, Nintendo, get out of here. Not your area.
Right.
I was just kind of like, oh, Sony, what are you doing? Buddy, you gotta step up.
Right. Shoot. No, yeah. So maybe we can't play with Chappie. Sony's gonna be weird.
He'll hack the system, I'm sure.
He'll hack the system.
Yeah, I'll find something.
Yeah. But that part I'm excited about. I am excited about a new Fallout. At the end of the day, we get more Fallout. That's never a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's a
West
full
Virginia
game.
looks great.
Oh yes.
It's 4 times bigger than Fallout 4.
That's another thing I'm a little scared of.
Yeah.
Because Fallout 4 kind of did the same thing over New Vegas. Saying, big map. This is the biggest thing we've worked with in a minute.
Right.
But when I was playing through Fallout 4 for the first time, I way overhyped it in my head, and I was kind of getting into it. There were a bunch of changes I wasn't too comfortable with.
Right.
But then I started walking through areas that weren't really in my quest zone. Like, it wasn't on the main beaten path.
Right.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was walking through just a bunch of trees. And I'm just like, man, is there even anything out here? Ooh, what's that? Oh, stim pack. Well, I could have gotten that anywhere.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Fallout, I will say that Fallout 4 does have a bad habit of just like with Fallout New Vegas, you can explore forever. And you could accidentally run upon a Caesar's Legion base or NCR base. Whereas this is like, I've seen the same group of trees and cabin with nothing in it.
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, it kind of adds to it a little bit in Fallout 4 for me because I walked into a building that I'm just like, this is just trash. It's like, I'm just going to scoot on through. And I see 3 people just sitting there getting drunk. And I'm like, what? I've never seen this before. That's kind of cool.
Right.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, I'm like, you know.
Is he doing something?
He got stuck.
Well, what? That's
He finding his way
There you
out.
go.
There we go.
So,
no.
yeah. That part of me did make me a little bit nervous because like Fallout 4 was really big, but there wasn't. I mean, like if you looked hard enough, you'd find something really cool, and there were some really cool vistas, and there was a whole bunch of places where you can build.
Yeah.
That kind of varied a little, but
the building you can build anywhere in this game.
Yeah, that part that was kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You get this thing called camp. It's the something automated. It's like the
you basically get a portable
creation
workbench.
Automated mobile platform or something like that.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, and so like literally, it's a workbench that you can put wherever you want in the game. That part I really did enjoy. So that part was really cool. There's like 6 main areas in the game. There's like the city, there's a forest, there's a swamp.
Yeah.
I forgot the other 3, but it's broken up that way. So and there's some really cool creatures. West Virginia is rich with animal folklore. Like Mothman comes from West Virginia. So and they said they were pulling a lot of their creatures from West Virginian folklore. So that part I was really, really excited about.
They're super mutants.
Yeah. Don't know how lore-wise that makes sense.
I was actually discussing that the other day on my stream.
Yeah.
I said, it's not going to be a Fallout game without Jet.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have been invented if I remember the timings right.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Jet was made out west 60-something years after.
So I'm just kind of like, look, there aren't going to be, the wasteland druggies that are just there for the money and the caps. And I'm kind of like, that's what I've started to know. This is going to be a very different feeling Fallout game for me.
I do like the idea of the prequel, but at the same time, it's like they've written themselves into a hole. Like, all the things that we know about Fallout, like, they're going to have to retcon some of that stuff. Like, okay, you can't have a Fallout game without super mutants.
Yeah.
How did thought super mutants were... Like, they didn't show up on the East Coast until way after 30, however many years this is after the bombs drop. Like, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But, like, you have to have ghouls. That makes sense. That's lore-friendly. You have to have super mutants. There was, like, a Capitol building, which made me wonder, like, Enclave?
Oh, dude,
You
it
know?
better be Enclave.
I hope
'cause,
so.
Yeah.
Like, it looked untouched, and there was, like, robots outside of it, and I was like, that seems like a very Enclave thing
Yeah.
they would do.
Because that's a lot of people's big gripe with Fallout 4 is that there's no...
Enclave.
And, like, what the Institute believes in is very Enclave-y, so, like, you could have just replaced them.
Yeah.
Or, I don't know. But, I mean, at the same time, you don't want the same story of Brotherhood versus Enclave or so-and-so versus Enclave, so...
Right.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool this time, though, to make it... Because Fallout 3, you can't choose Enclave.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can be bad, but at the end, you're going to go...
You gotta go Brotherhood, you gotta fight Enclave.
See, something makes me nervous on that, though. Because you said, no NPCs... how are you going to get a story? I'm worried if it is kind of in a Rust-style game in terms of, group survival over just kind of story-driven. Enclave is going to be like a stronghold for loot. Like, you can get some power armor in there, stuff like that.
XO1.
Yeah.
That's XO1, baby.
Oh, yeah, there's XO1 in the trailer, or the gameplay, so... But there's also XO1 in Fallout 4, so...
Right. No, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Lore-wise, gameplay-wise, multiplayer for sure. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's like, I'm just strolling around, I get sniped by some random dude.
Like, if you're just strolling around in Grand
Yeah.
Theft Auto and some dude just, like, slams up to you, and you're
Freaking
like,
hate
dude,
it.
I just want to go to the gas station, get me
Yeah.
a soda, and then go back to my apartment and smoke some weed.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
So you can do that, but like even in GTA, there's a solo mode. So I am glad that you can play Fallout 76 solo if you wanted. Still, there's a lot of things that make you go, but the big question after this, is this the way of the Bethesda games now? Are they going to exclusively, are all their big games going to be like this, where you can play with other people? Is that how Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be? Is that how Starfield is going to be?
I feel like this is a test.
Yeah.
Because
if people like it, then they'll,
Yeah, they'll push 7 more in that, or 6 more in that style, but I don't know. This is a big shakeup for a lot of, there have been petitions to change it. There have
Oh,
been
yeah.
diehard PvP players like, oh, this is the best decision they've ever made, and
Yeah.
it's like it's splitting the community.
Oh yeah, which, I mean, it brings a lot of attention to your game. But I mean, honestly, Bethesda could have been like, "Hey, we'll have a Fallout game, no trailer or anything."
Yeah,
Oh,
They
yeah,
could have just been
well,
like, "Hey, we're making a Fallout game," and everybody and their mama would have bought it.
I'll buy it.
So this one, like, I don't know, it makes it interesting. The talk's gonna be very interesting to see, especially moving forward. But at the end of the day, it's more Fallout, and you get to play with your friends, and that's gonna be interesting. That's not a sentence we used to be able to say before.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesing
I
for
do not
sure.
want to play with you. Get that out of your head.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll find some other people.
Play with the Echo Bear.
Yeah, I'll have an open lobby for chat. that would be chaos.
That'd be horrible.
Oh, I can't wait.
Someone would get a mini nuke and just shoot at our feet.
Uh,
That'd be me, to
you
be
can
honest.
shoot straight up missiles at people. Apparently,
That was like the only part of the game I was like, that's stupid. But
yeah, where you can like, hey, we're supposed to rebuild. Let's drop more bombs.
Yeah, you can literally
Wait.
go to a nuclear test
Oh, did
site.
you not know that?
No.
Okay,
what?
so there's a mechanic in the game where it, like you'll kill something and you'll get a code.
Yeah.
And it's like a 5 or 6 part code, right? And if you or these other players have the code, you can go to a missile silo and shoot like nuclear missiles at different. I don't know if you could shoot them at like other players or their camps.
You can shoot them in
or
just,
general
like,
areas.
coordinates?
or yeah, you could shoot them in pre-recorded or places on the map. You drop the bomb there, and you can explore afterwards for like loot or something like that.
This sounds like, okay, yeah, I'm seeing where the Rust issues would come into play, but also it's like, what game was that? There was a game that kind of had a thing based off of that, where if you did get explosives, Conan Exiles, it wasn't explosive, you could summon a god and just as a solo player wipe out an entire like tribes, no matter how big they had built up. As long as you did right movements, you could just destroy everything they had built, and that led to so much like chaos on servers. So that's a little worrying, depending on the timers for in game.
That's the only part of the game I'm like, I can see that being a problem.
You can summon a god
Yeah,
in Conan.
yes. It takes. You have to be a hardcore Conan player to be able to grind up all the stuff you need. But
And
then
you just
you're just
smite.
like, boom, and you become it for like a minute, up to a minute, and you could just go destroy as you wish, and then you're back to being human, and you're just kind of like, well, time to loot all their stuff that I destroyed.
That's awesome.
So I don't know. It kind of scares me as a Fallout idea because
Yeah.
I don't mess too much with the community building,
Right.
mostly because I hate power lines in that
Right.
as well. But I don't know. I would hate to actually dedicate a bunch of time, get a community, log off, and have a friend text me, "Hey, we got nuked," while I'm
Yeah.
at work. I'd just be like, why?
Dang it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would ruin my day.
Yeah.
You have to go back and do all this stuff over. That would be fun. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. Doing it to someone else sounds like it'd be fun.
Like I
I already
guess it
know who I'm going to do it
depends.
to.
Oh gosh.
Dude, he's talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking. I'm gonna drop it right on Ultron. No, I'm excited. I'm excited. Oh, I'm excited, nervous. I think we are. I think everybody's like that. Everyone's excited because it's Fallout. Everyone's nervous because it's new,
Yes.
which is fine. It was respectable. I mean, I think if you were like 110% okay with this, not knowing what they're gonna do, like,
zipper
oh, you
to
got
the
stabbed by the zipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Shit.
weird. It's gonna be interesting, but honestly, we could spend the rest of the podcast talking about Fallout if we don't move on.
We
Oh,
can
yeah.
though. That's that.
Starfield. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
change.
I'm. Let's move on from Bethesda. Starfield.
Elder Scrolls 6. I know a lot of people like on my Facebook were like, "Oh my god, it's Elder Scrolls 6! Look at this announcement." I'm like, guys, we all knew it was happening.
Yeah, we knew it was gonna
All you
happen.
got was the words Elder Scrolls, and you don't have to Photoshop Elder Scrolls 5. You just now you can see Elder Scrolls 6.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be the open world Elder Scrolls. Everything,
Mhm.
everything, all of Tamriel.
Yeah, I heard there was like a rumor last year of the Bethesda games that were going to come out within the next few years. Now it has been since debunked, but it was like this one was gonna take place in Akavir, which is not in Tamriel. It's the continent like across the sea from Tamriel. So this was gonna take place in a different continent.
Yeah.
With people that are like snake people, which is cool to me. Like that's like another race they have over there. So that would be interesting. I heard that was gonna be a thing. That was gonna be like there was one that was gonna take place in Akavir. 7 was gonna take place in like it was gonna take place I think across all of Tamriel, and the bad guys were gonna be like the Dwemer return or something like that. I'm gonna drop this on you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be right back.
You got it.
Sweet. So, I'm gonna say a word, and you guys are gonna start talking about it. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Fallout 76.
We just talked about it.
Like, it's cool. Okay, my thing is, if it is the PvP, what's power armor gonna do? I'm just gonna missile the whole map. Are you leaving me?
Missile.
Yeah.
I want to see what this chair feels like.
Dude, how is it?
I
How's that
wish-
share?
I wish I had that other mic.
What other mic?
This one. I wish this one was working. I wish
Oh,
we
yeah.
weren't live right now so I could mess with this audio.
So you can just, well, I mean, you're just playing with it right now.
Dude, it can be...
Dude, okay, so here, while we got a minute, I'm gonna say hey to people in chat.
Yeah, you do that, dude.
Sarah, what up?
Hi, Sarah.
MC80s Entertainment.
Is he still here?
I think he might be still here. Who
I
knows?
love him.
Yo, Michaela, what up?
Michaela was in the live stream yesterday.
Yeah,
She
Love
was-
Vault 11. Which one's Vault 11?
Vault 11, if I'm not mistaken, is the vault where they did like the social experiment where like every year they were like, hey, you have to
Oh.
kill one person. And then for
That-
like 20 years they decided not to do it, and a voice came over the intercom. It was like, hey, congrats, you're not bad people.
Yeah, but like if you actually went into that,
Oh yeah, like
got-
there's 3 survivors from it, and they all killed themselves. Everyone killed themselves and went mad because they were like, we didn't have to do this.
yeah.
I think that's what Vault 11 is. I could be wrong.
Wait, I went into Vault 11 and a bunch of droids came out, like robots, sentries. They actually like killed you after the thing happened. If it continued,
I could be wrong then.
I don't know.
Vault, hold on, let me
Something
look up.
happens in that sense. I'm not sure if that was Vault 11, but I know that happened in one
Yeah,
of the
no,
games.
there's one game where like you watch this video, and then after the video ends, like droids come out of droids. What are they called?
Robots.
Robots come out. Hold on, let me look up what Vault 11 is. I think that's right.
I think you're right on that one. All I know is that was definitely one of the turning points to, oh, this is just a fun survival game, to, oh, this is actually like a little bit of a
Yeah, Vault
mind
11
freak.
is in New Vegas. By Boulder City.
I did not like Boulder City. I'll be straight honest. Isn't that where the gunners were?
Yes, and it's...
You had to run past it?
Yeah, Vault 11 is the one that I was thinking of.
Yeah, no, I did not like going for that just because every time you're like, I was running straight for it so long,
Yeah.
and it's just like, boom, exploded.
Oh, dude,
and then I learned the whole, like, if you walk along the wall,
Oh yeah, if
their
you walk
hitbox isn't
you're,
far enough.
You're fine. Yeah, you'll get 1 or 2 nukes, but there's like coverage, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Once you get in though, the missions for them are boring to
Oh,
me.
yeah, I felt like it was so hyped up. They had so much gear. I'm expecting Brotherhood of Steel, like,
Yeah, and they
3
couldn't kill
missions.
some rad roaches in their basement. I was like,
Yeah, like, just drop a rocket down there, like,
yeah, just like
yeah, you're gonna destroy everything, but you can't get down there anyways.
yeah. So they were like the most overhyped thing, but once you get them and you're in that Hoover Dam battle and you see their plane come over for one little missile drop, you're like,
Yeah.
thanks. So
Gunners forever.
Gunners forever. What else we got in the chat?
Nintendo Gaming Tuber, yo.
Hey, hey.
And we had Caitlin in here,
What up?
helping us out with the sound levels, right?
She was. We decided we're not even using this mic that's in front of me right now. It's all for show.
It's a little bit of your, spending
I
Just
mean,
getting to flaunt at your.
I bought this mic, so I better, you know. I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna have to do to fix that echo.
I mean,
If we had a bigger setup.
to be honest, yeah, a bigger setup might help. But I mean, this is pretty good just for room,
Yeah.
like starters. But to be honest, if you had multiple Yetis, but I mean, it gets pricey. That's the issue.
What I want to do is 2 snowballs.
Or no, yeah, 2 snowballs, just a personal snowball for each person.
That's probably what I'll do. I'll probably get.
Because Yeti's good, but you have to fine tune it so much.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
The moment like a door opens or something of that, it changes the entire dynamic to it.
Yeah. Joe is back.
Brief intermission is over.
Joe, do you want your chair back?
I would love my chair.
Okay. I'm not actually using the mic. I just.
You like the way it looks?
Yeah. You can still put it in front of you if you want.
I will do that. How's everyone doing?
It looks. How's everyone doing?
Sorry about that. Sorry. So, what I missed?
We were just talking to the chat, but.
Sweet. Do we want to move on from? I think we've hit everything Bethesda.
Let's see. Did we hit No Fallout 3
No
remaster?
Fallout
There's
3.
big rumor,
That
but
was
I'm okay
very
with
Super
that.
special edition of Skyrim for the Echo
Alexa is a
Dot.
real thing.
Yeah. That's
I think
awesome.
that's it. That's all I got.
Sweet. Moving into the next one. Honestly, I'm gonna touch this like that, and
Do
then I'm
not
gonna
touch
move
me.
on. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna touch this like with my pinky, and then I'm gonna move on. It's not even about like what I'm excited for, because honestly, I got nothing out of this. Press conference, except something they didn't announce. Square Enix. I didn't get anything out of that except that they did not announce anything about their Avengers game they're working on.
Are they working on an Avengers game?
They're working on an Avengers game, and apparently it's supposed. The rumor going into E3 was that it was supposed to be like Ultimate Alliance was back in the day, except it was gonna be like a reboot of that. And I got so excited when I heard that, and then they didn't do anything. Maybe that's for the best, but
When's the game slated to come out?
no one knows. All we know is that they were working on one, and I was excited about it, and then this made me go, "Oh, I didn't see anything."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I halfway expected it. That's the only thing I got out of Square Enix. Not what's coming out, but what they didn't show off.
What
That's
else do
it.
they do? What else does that company do? All right. Well,
Have they been active on Twitter? Because that's one thing this year. Like,
I'll go check their Twitter feed.
it's looking at Twitters and
Yeah.
Facebooks and all that kind of stuff. That's really where you get a lot of the meat
Oh, yeah.
of what's coming out now.
E3 is all about just like people actually playing the game nowadays.
Yeah, it's kind of sad in a way. E3 used to be this is it. This is what you're getting. Expect it. But now
Right.
it's just kind of like, oh, Twitter update. Yeah, here's the new like model for this, and it's like, oh, new game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's most. Yeah. And I hate that. The same thing with there was a poster, a supposedly leaked poster of Rocksteady's Superman game that didn't get announced. But at the same time, because I mean, unless you guys have something else to say, I can segue this into Ubisoft.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ubisoft, the most leaky game ever to come out, or leaky game franchise ever. Assassin's Creed Odyssey got announced like a week and a half before E3 because there was like some keychain you could buy at the convention.
Yep.
And someone was like, somebody who was working the merchandise was like, hey, yeah, took a picture of it. It was like, hey, everyone, look, a new Assassin's Creed game. And then a week and a half later, they're like, hey, here's the brand new trailer to this game we are announcing right now.
Yeah.
Well, they announced it the week before, once everyone saw the keychain with some guy getting Sparta kicked off a mountain. That was pretty cool. But,
Square Enix does Kingdom Hearts,
Yes.
yeah.
so
Oh,
they could easily do a Avengers game.
I've got to touch on that real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Haven't played a single one. When I saw Jack Sparrow, I was like, he looks a little like Sora looks a little photoshopped in it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like all the stuff that is in this one.
Yeah, they're doing a Frozen world. Like Frozen's gonna be one of the places you can go in the game. See, I love the Disney aspect. It's the everything else aspect that gets me. It's extremely because I tried getting into it when I was little, and it just didn't do it for me.
I gotcha.
And this one, or just the story just makes me go, what in the world is going on? When I try to hear people that are talking to me about the story, they're like, okay, so this person is a heart holder, and this person.
Oh yeah,
is,
dude, I don't
like,
even
I got no
attempt
idea
it.
what you're talking about, but I like Disney.
I like Haley Joe Osment. He voices the main dude, so.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I learned something today. I think those are the main things. That's the main thing that everyone was excited for.
Yeah, I was looking on their Twitter, that hashtag Square Enix E3, and most of it was about Kingdom Hearts and some anime game.
I
don't know how I feel about
game I was mentioning.
their graphics, though. I don't know if I would want to see Avengers with their graphics. I haven't seen them do anything like high quality, because I wouldn't want Avengers to look like a Kingdom Hearts game.
I don't want them to look like they did.
Or I
in
wouldn't
that,
want them to look like
Marvel vs. Capcom game.
No.
I couldn't. I did not buy that game because of the models. I couldn't get over it.
Okay, I'm sorry though. When Infinity War came out,
Yeah.
I looked on YouTube because I was one of those people that was like, I just want to see highlights of the movie. Probably not even gonna go see it. I had no intentions of it originally. I was just gonna wait for Blu-ray, and then I see the entire cutscenes from Marvel vs. Capcom series, and it said full Infinity War movie. I clicked on it. That was the best movie I've ever watched.
Awesome.
Like, it starts out with Mega Man and Captain America. I was like, yes.
What is going? Yeah. Most ambitious crossover. Yes.
I'm in.
No. Yeah. I think because a lot of Marvel's games are very cartoony. Like their apps and stuff are very comic booky looky.
I'd be okay with comic book.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be okay with like Kingdom Hearts looking graphics.
I would not be okay with that at all. I'd be like, nah.
I'd be okay with like Ultimate Spider-Man PS2 graphics.
Sure.
And like every transition is like a panel.
That would be cool.
I'd be
if you're gonna own it like that,
because I mean, at the end of the day, they're comic book characters. It's
yeah. I would love to have like an Injustice style game, but I don't think we're gonna get that with Marvel characters.
Fighting game.
Just something.
Oh.
Yeah, something in the vein of that where they look like realistic.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I would love that, but I doubt they'll go that style just based off the other video games that they do.
Yeah.
But moving into Ubisoft again. I love how I'm starting with what they ended the show on, and that's Assassin's Creed.
What else did they do?
They did that game that I can't remember the name of. It was like had Star Fox as a Switch exclusive. Did you guys see that?
What?
Okay, so what it is, and I hate that I can't remember the name of it. They have a game that's coming out. It's like Star something because it takes place in space. You have to say
StarCraft.
2.
I believe it's Star something or Space something or Ship something. Something with an S. It's like one of those
Starlink.
toys. That's it. Star something. So Starlink, from my understanding, it is a Toys to Life game.
Amiibo.
Like Amiibo, right. But the thing that was really cool to me is that the Toys to Life thing it's your starship. You buy the parts you buy the parts outside and you make your own starship toy, and you can play as that starship in Starlink. And an exclusive is for Switch is you get to play as Box McCloud, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
But that was kind of cool to me. I don't know. I didn't know that Toys to Life was still a thing going on. From my understanding, Amiibo, not Amiibo. What was the Disney one they had?
Oh, Infinity.
Yeah, Disney Infinity. Disney Infinity didn't work.
It really kind of isn't. Like where I work, we used to have a whole aisle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like maybe a 4-foot section, maybe 2 4-feet section.
Oh yeah.
And the rest of it's just nothing.
Yeah, we were selling. It's like, when I worked at Second and Charles, we were literally selling them for like usually you could get it for like.
They're usually around $12.99.
Yeah,
for like an
around
Amiibo.
there, right? We were literally selling them for $2 at a point because no one was buying them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, way back in my house, my neck of the woods,
New Hampshire.
It's just gone. It's a dying breed.
It is.
And I almost feel like Amiibos are trying to get on the way out in terms of base retail too.
Then I like Amiibos just for the collection sake. Like I have the Bowser Odyssey Amiibo, and his power up is cool in the game. It doesn't make me want to play the game more. It just is like, oh, it's cool to have, but I just like looking at him on the shelf.
Right.
But like at the end of the day, like how far? Like I will probably pay $12.99 maybe twice for something to just sit on my shelf before I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. No, it was because I like the idea of having my ship. Like that's my looking at something and be like, that's my ship. And if I want to fly that ship, I can play it in the game. Like I don't know. I have a Starship collection here in this room.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that. But at the same time,
Amiibos are so specific though. Like especially Odyssey. Like you have a power up, like the Mario one. Like you put it on your Switch, you activate it, you're invulnerable for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then there's a 20-30 minute cooldown time for that amiibo before you can use it again. So you're like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
But then every other thing that is not Odyssey exclusive, Bowser and Peach, it's just it helps you find a power moon.
Yeah.
And it's just like the map already helps you.
Yeah.
I hate to
Bowser
tell
helps you find purple coins that like if you beat the game you can already like it will tell you where they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever.
I think that one is useful for like
if you're restarting it or something.
if you're restarting and learning the game for the first time.
Yeah.
I could see like, younger kids using that to their advantage to help them with collectibles.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, that game wasn't the hardest thing up until the final boss. I did it with like just the base heart. I didn't get the power up heart.
Yeah.
It took me a couple tries because I was like getting ahead of myself. I was like, oh, this is easy. I've beaten all these guys before. We can do this.
Yeah.
And I just slipped up on one fight and I'm like, oh, well, two more hits. I slip up on the second fight. I'm like, I've got 4 more to go. Like, it sneaks up on you.
Right.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So,
Odyssey's hard at the end. Everything else is easy.
So do you guys think that you'll get get this Starlink thing?
I don't know anything about Starlink.
Yeah. The only thing that gets me is that you get your own little ship toy.
If it's
cool
Toys to Life, then no.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Because that's the whole reason I didn't do Labo. That's the whole reason I don't really get into the Amiibo game or Skylanders. Like, it's cool. It's like, hey, look at my collection that everyone else has.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it was like a specific thing, like, I think it'd be cool, and this is the technology's so not there, if you get, maybe like you get a $60 pack, and you come with like a standard ship, and it comes with customizable things that you can put on that ship of like your collector, and then you put that on the game, and the ship that you're looking at, your little collectible, is on the game. Yeah. If it's a ship game, like if you want a giant cannon, put it on there. Yeah. But if someone else doesn't want a giant cannon, they just want a ship that's all about speed, they can edit that. So.
Oh, I just make a brick.
Just make a brick, dude. Yeah. Or if you just want that standard
board
ship.
cube.
See, my thing is, how big can you make it? Because if it's something like where you can buy additional pieces and all that, you
got
if it has
Imperial Star Destroyer.
Like you have basic sloop comes with your thing. You build it yourself, put it in, and then like next to it, you just see like crashing through planets.
All of a sudden, you look at your display, it's like.
No, it's. I like the idea. I don't know, because it looks cheesy. Besides that, it looks really cheesy. I'd have to look a lot into that. Something that did kind of make me go, was they have a pirate game called Skull and Bones.
Nice.
Yes.
You saw this?
I've been watching a lot of the stuff because I was choosing in between Skull and Bones and Sea of Thieves for my pirate game this year.
Yeah, Skull and Bones might be what I go for because, like, Sea of Thieves is really cool, like in concept, because like it's your friends and you and your friends are the crew, but in Skull and Bones, you are the captain of your ship, and I mean your crew is a nameless crew, but like. It's. Do you ever play Fallout? See, I'm still thinking of that. Assassin's Creed 4.
No, but it definitely fits that style.
Looks just like it.
Yeah.
Looks just like it. Like looks like that, except it's not Assassin's Creed. That because I love me a good pirate game. There's not a lot of those, and Assassin's Creed 4 was that for me for a long time. But this looks like it'll be more so.
Yeah. That,
and it takes place in the Indian Ocean, which was really cool to me.
What the most random ocean, right?
Well, yeah, it was like, lore-wise, it was like piracy's dead in the Americas, so they sailed overseas to India, whereas like the craziest trading route you stretching?
Ellis is a freak. Let me stop you real
Go for
quick.
it.
Go for the chat. Your
I'm talking.
boy Anthony Schlack is in the chat.
Hey, Anthony,
He said
what up,
he
man?
wanted to know what drink to chat bring. We settled. I guess you had a poll on your channel, so we settled with RC Cola, and then
We settled.
yeah.
It's what he brought from New Hampshire.
Yeah,
That's
So I
all.
wasn't gonna say no.
Sarah Adkins at Starlink, which I didn't know who Sarah was beginning of this chat, but now I remember who Sarah was. It's my BFF, Sarah. I work with Sarah, and I got to work with her all day today.
I'm so sorry, Sarah.
I'm so sorry she has to deal with me. And then that is all I got right now.
Oh, also,
Oh,
someone
Michaela,
called it out earlier. It's Royal Crown.
Royal Crown.
Not
Caitlin
radio
calls it.
controlled.
Yeah, not race car.
Yeah.
I guess we just use
Rad
slang.
call.
We use New Hampshire slang
Yeah,
around here.
New Hampshire slang. Pop.
Yeah.
No. That made me the Skull and Bones. Sorry.
Yeah.
Before I forget what I was talking about. That made me kind of excited. Now the thing that PvP is always something that makes me go, because I love me a good pirate game. There's not a lot of those in my opinion, and the whole player versus player aspect made me go a little nervous because they showed off how you and random players can gang up on ships and blow them up,
Yeah.
and then loot them. But then right after that, they were like, "All right, now fight each other," and then they fought each other, and I don't like going around. I'm not that kind of player, but here's the thing. There are a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah.
They see a littler version of
Yeah, they just want to.
yeah, and they're like, I'm
They're
gonna
probably
blow
playing
that
with their
shit
friends.
up.
Like, hey, dude,
trust
look what
me.
I can do.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't want just because you get to play this a lot more than I do because you don't have a job, you little 12-year-old. You know what I mean? So that's always what I do whenever like someone blows me up in
you just
Battlefront.
blaming.
Yeah, just like you play this all the time.
Yeah.
It's something stupid like that. So I don't know. The multiplayer aspect always makes me go. So I'm gonna have to sit back and see Skull and Bones a lot more of that. The guy who was announcing it was so freaking excited
Yeah.
about it. He was like, "There are billions of pieces of gold in the Indian Ocean, and you are gonna take every effing one of them." I'm like,
Oh my
dude,
god.
chill out. I just want like 30.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just want to pay for new
Dude,
sales.
Calm down.
I just want a ship and a nice 9-to-5 job and a wife,
Yeah, maybe a couple kids.
maybe, and
Maybe
retire in
like
Florida.
a pet. Yeah, retired in Florida. That's all I want. I don't want billions of gold.
No, I don't.
No. He was so intense. But that game made me actually really excited.
Did they go into, because back when I was choosing should I get Sea of Thieves or that, I chose Sea of Thieves because it was more of the kind of, it's complete sandbox in a way,
Right.
and it's more of the open world. You and your crew find out what you want to do.
Right.
But at the time, Skull and Bones had like testing going on, but it was only instance-based deathmatch.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, that's not for me. Even though the playing by yourself and having a whole crew looked really cool, especially with the lookout and you could play as the individuals while you're controlling it.
Right.
I was like, I still just want something that I can kick back and just sail the seas on.
Yeah.
I don't want something that was forcing me into deathmatch.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they had changed that. If they had, I definitely would look back into it. But right now, like Sea of Thieves, I'm 100% one of those people who will just attack someone on sight. But me and my friends are usually fair about it. We'll ram into them, tell them to pay their taxes, and if they don't give us cannonballs, we'd blow up their ship.
You're the pirate IRS.
Yeah, yeah. So if they dodge taxes, we're coming for them.
You know what? That actually is very piratey. So yeah, he role plays.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I'll give you
Oh,
that.
dude, he does. I was watching your live stream. I watched one of your
yeah.
Sea of Thieves live streams where you got copyright striked. It was the best thing ever. He played the whole Toby Keith. I want to talk about me.
It was so worth it.
It was.
I was playing solo. I ran into a ship screaming it, and they sunk. I sunk, and we just I helped them carry their treasure onto the to turn in, and I was just like, all right, here you guys go. I'll see you later. And I just kind of swam into the ocean and got eaten by sharks.
Top 5 funniest things I've ever seen on YouTube ever.
That was a good day.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see a lot more. Okay, so I can't play Sea of Thieves every day.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't. I can't play Sea of Thieves right now. It's Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
As much
wish.
as I would love to,
Look,
I can't. But that might be my fix.
I know we talked about Microsoft for a little bit. Did they announce any kind of price reduction for Xbox One,
Not
Xbox
that
One
I
X?
saw.
That was like the big thing that people were speculating.
See, the day after all the big announcements came through, my chat lit up with, did you hear the rumors about PS5 and Xbox 2?
Oh,
And I'm like,
not happening.
not
this year.
happening. It's almost like we're looking at planning for next year's Q4.
Yeah.
Like in terms of marketing, I would be blown away if they announced it now, because you got to sell those things like August start,
Yeah.
or else you're gonna run out of inventory by the time Christmas comes around, and that's when you're right. That's when you have to make it. That's
Yeah.
when your company needs it. And I'm sorry if they try to have a console war so late.
Yeah.
I think that's what's gonna end console.
Yeah.
Like that's when console's gonna really turn into PC, where it's not gonna be upgrade your full console. It's gonna be you just take out this chipset and put in a new one.
Yeah.
That's how you upgrade now. And I'm like, that's a computer.
Yeah. I love it. No. Yeah, I almost expected something along the lines of a next gen release when they were like, "Oh, Starfield's next gen." I'm like, "That's the first time I've heard next gen."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard that. So we know it's coming now. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
I'd say within the next 2 years.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
I'm just not seeing this year.
I see an announcement next
I
year,
see an
a
announcement,
release.
everything,
2
all
years.
that. Yeah, and then going back to pirate games, Anthony Schlack in the chat said, "Remember Assassin's Creed Black Flag
Freaking love that game.
and the impossible to beat legendary ships."
I also remember those. Yeah, no, screw those guys. Screw those guys. How about that? 'Cause I got so close. I blew up two of them. There was one where it was 2 legendary ships. You had to take out 2 of them.
Hot.
That thing was just like, no, no.
Hot.
Yeah, I was out on all that.
You know, I think you might be the only person I know that likes Black Flag.
Really? I
No,
thought a
no.
lot of people did.
You like it?
No, our boy Jeff.
Jeff likes everything.
Yeah, well, that's a lie.
Jeff told me his favorite Fallout game was Fallout 4.
Maybe he just likes the number 4.
Wait, was Black Flag?
Black
4?
Flag was technically Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
I
that-
like it. Could be 4.
It could be 4.
Yeah, he just really likes the number 4. His favorite Uncharted game, Thieves' End.
Yeah.
So, no, I loved Black Flag. It was very.
I think the premise of Black Flag's cool. I don't think people like it because it's not in Assassin time.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't have a lot to do with the Assassin's Order. It
It was
doesn't
like
really
the
expand on
first
the lore.
real open world pirate ship game.
Yeah, really, yeah. It was the first real good one, and that's why I liked it a lot because, like, the guy, like, it was an Assassin's Creed game. Like, he had the Assassin's power and it had the Assassin's mechanics, but he did not, like, he was a pirate, you know? Like, the Assassin's Creed, the Assassin stuff happened later, but for the most part, the most fun I had was when it was just pirate stuff,
Yeah.
you know? And that's, I'd say, about 80% of the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I love that stuff. So I need something to fix my pirate needs. So I'm hoping these games do that.
So
Yeah,
Ubisoft did Odyssey.
Yep.
March.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed, Odyssey.
Ezio's Balloon World, was that announced?
You close. I think that's next year. That's rumored.
Is that
Ezio's
DLC?
Balloon World.
DLC.
Potentially. I'm excited about it. I love Greece. I think that's a great idea for
It's a
a
good
setting.
movie, dude. Solid movie.
I think it's a great idea for a setting. It's weird though. Okay, now I know I was just saying how I like Black Flag because it didn't have a lot to do with the Assassin's Order. This one will have little to nothing to do with the Assassin's Creed Order.
Yeah.
Because Origins was the origin of the Order, right?
Yeah.
This one takes place 400 years before Origins does. And this one's supposed to be the beginning of the conflict that then births the
origin of the origin.
origin. It's the origin of the Assassin's Creed Order. So I'm like,
Noise.
I mean, it's fine. You get to play as a Spartan and kill people. This is the first time you've ever been able to pick the gender of the protagonist. So that was interesting. You get to be a male or female.
Ooh,
I might go female just because the voice actress sounds a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion. The guy just is very distracting. You know, he has a good, fine Greek accent. They both have a Greek accent, but like the guy, I'm not gonna do it for you. But
I like girl accents in games better. I'm playing Fallout 4 with a girl, and it's just a lot. That voice actor is so much better than that guy.
Yeah, most of the I hate to say that. Most of the time, the female voice actress is always better. I mean, nothing. I love me some Commander Shepard, male Commander Shepard. Most of my playthroughs were male Commander Shepard.
Must be going now.
The first time I did the female Commander Shepard with Jennifer Hale, yeah, I was way more. I was like, it was completely just, the way that she delivers the lines has so much more intensity. So I'm probably gonna roll female for my first playthrough.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one, I'll admit.
Odyssey, I feel like they could have chose a better name.
No, I thought Odyssey was a great name.
I feel like Odyssey's a good name, but it's too soon.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
soon.
Odyssey's a cool name because it's like around that era.
It fits the meaning of what it's supposed to be.
Right.
But the amount of memes.
But the Yahoos going through, it's like...
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, okay. I was like, what are they talking about? You guys are talking about Mario.
Yeah, the good old super.
I was like, wait, what are you talking? All right, I'm on board now. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen lots of memes about that. Yeah. I mean, like, that's a good. I mean, it's Greece. Like, it can't be like Assassin's Creed Iliad. No.
They could call it Assassin's Creed Mushroom Kingdom.
That is true. You could do that. Now I like the name, Homer's Odyssey, blah blah blah. It was a cool title. I didn't even think about Super Mario Odyssey.
Do you think their like naming division just kind of had that one slip? Like no one had a Switch yet.
Oh, potential.
They probably were like working on that, and then Mario Odyssey came out. I was like,
dang it!
Do we change? I know we've dumped a couple million, but we can swap now.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no one will remember.
Maybe they did it like on purpose. They were like had another title, and then Mario Odyssey came out. They're like, let's keep it.
They're hoping Google searches are gonna revert it.
Yeah, just like top of the list. No, God, it'll be interesting. I am very excited. It doesn't look like you get your traditional assassin's blade. Like he has like a half of a spear that he's stabbing people with.
Huh.
So that was interesting, and it's apparently like Perseus' spear or something like that. I forgot. It was some like Greek hero's spear, and I forgot the Greek hero that they mentioned. But you have his spear, and you're just stabbing people. It's the same combat system as in Origins, which I loved. Some people hated it because they're like, hey, I didn't feel like an assassin. I should feel like I can kill everyone. I'm like, no. I think you should work. If you're gonna flawlessly kill all these people, you should be able to fight them. You know, like instead of just waiting for them to come at you and then you counter and kill. Yeah. Like as cool as that was, you did it for like 7-8 games straight. I think I loved Origins' combat system.
I'll be honest on that one, on the combat. The last Assassin's Creed that I got to play, personally, because I had 3, I had Black Flag, but my laptop at the time could not run it.
Oh, yeah?
It would load a cutscene and then die.
Oh.
So I got to play Brotherhood, and the combat, when it started off, I was like, wow, you can do so much. But then as the enemies started to get more and more health against basic attacks, I just found... hitting Y, hitting that counter button was just how you played.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, hey, I cleared another room out. All right, sweet. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was super easy at a point. Yeah, I mean, it was cool, and you did feel awesome when there was like 20 dead bodies around you. You're like, yeah, I did that. But then at the end of the day, all I did was press Y and square.
Yeah, and have everyone else kind of
Y and square. That doesn't exist.
Y and square?
Y and square. I took a Xbox controller and a PS3 controller.
You're just mix and matching.
Yeah. As I did the first 4 games on Xbox and then I did the rest of them on PlayStation. So maybe that's why. But no, yeah. So I like that they're doing this combat system more. I really liked it. So I'm excited about it. Yeah. Wahoo! Wahoo! Awesome. I think those are the main things I wanted to talk about via Ubisoft. So we can move on if you guys are good.
Dog, were we talking about Ubisoft that whole time?
That was
Yeah.
That was all Ubisoft, man.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed talk.
Yeah. Sony was after that.
Okay.
Sony. I'm gonna say a word. You guys are gonna let me know what you think. You ready? 'Cause
I'm
they
gonna go to
opened
the
up.
potty real quick.
That's what I.
Were you about to
Wait,
go to
is
the
that
potty?
the word?
Is potty the word?
Potty was the word. How'd you know?
How do you have to go to the potty twice?
I don't have to. You go.
Was
Yeah,
potty
you
the word
go.
for real?
Potty was not the word.
You go!
All right, so, my friend, have you ever played Last of Us?
Last of Us? No.
No.
Seen walkthroughs.
Yes.
Because no PS4.
Right, yeah, I was wondering, I was like, as soon as I asked, I was like, we just discussed.
Yep.
But Last of Us 2, I know you saw the gameplay.
Yes.
As great as it looked, do you think that's actual, like, I don't know, some of it just seemed a little bit too, I don't want to say fluid, but like, she's running, she grabs a bottle, and then throws it at someone's face, like, flawlessly as someone's playing it. I'm like, I don't know.
And that's without QuickTime buttons
Mhm.
popping up on the screen.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that being a QuickTime event.
Yeah.
I cannot see that being the fluid gameplay, because if
Right.
so, how many mechanics are in this game?
I freaking know, dude.
Like, if the arm physics are that good for, like, collision courses with stable items,
Uh-huh.
I am blown away with Sony's technology.
Yeah.
But at the same time, where has that been the past 2 years?
For real. Yeah. No, there was some of the things that happened, I was like, I don't know if this is actual real gameplay, and if it is, oh my god.
Yeah.
But it's dark.
Yes.
It's really dark.
Yeah.
When I watched someone get disemboweled, like they were just hanging there and the guy's like struggling to cut the guy's chest open, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. This isn't your mom's Sony game.
Yeah.
This is the but the original game was beautiful. It was, there was moments of intenseness and
Oh, the first game was emotional.
Oh god, yeah.
Like
God.
it made you feel more than a lot of games. Like, I feel like if that was the first story-driven game someone chose to play, that is a great
Oh
pick.
yeah, jeez. No, it was. There are very few times have I been able to say this where genuinely I could not put the controller down. Like, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
There was a point happened in the game. I beat it in the span of 3 days. Like, I played the first couple missions day 1, played the couple missions day 2. Something happened day 3 where I literally went. I played from like 8 o'clock at night till about 4:40 in the morning because I could not put it down. Something happened. I couldn't do it. And it was one of the best experiences I've ever had playing a video game. It was a crazy experience.
I think
Crazy.
the pacing
Crazy.
in that game was very well done. That's like that last day. It so much happens,
Ugh.
and it's so emotionally heartbreaking
Mhm.
for the player,
Yeah.
especially on their like what they got to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to like say it in case
Yeah.
anybody has to go back now to
Right.
understand, but if you haven't even played it, you can't play it, go watch it.
Mhm.
Like, if anything, just do the important cutscenes,
Yeah.
because there are parts you can skip. They take a little bit sneaky,
Yeah.
so there's the gameplay if you choose to play it like that. But
Mhm.
there are a lot of things you can do in that game for a great story.
Right. No, God, it was
Last of Us, we still talking about
Last of Us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Last of Us 2 looks incredible. Gorgeous game. It doesn't even, like, at a point I was like, oh yeah, this is a video game. Like, honestly, it looked like real actresses and actors.
Oh yeah,
Like, to me, it was like, it just looked like someone was playing a movie. I'm so stinking excited. Didn't see any clickers. Didn't see no zombies. Maybe kind of. Haven't seen really any except for like the second trailer that showed up, where there was somebody in the woods, and then there were like the zombies came out of the dark. But besides that, oh god, I'm so excited. She tears house with those people though. That person that shot her with the bow, I felt bad. I felt bad for her, but I am so. That game looks so good.
yeah.
Any more thoughts? Do we move on?
The Last of Us. Did
Yeah.
you talk about any other games while it's gone?
No.
Through
No.
Sony.
Through Sony. I have no comments on Last of Us 2. I could care less.
Ouch.
I have nothing against it. I probably won't play it. Last of Us is cool. I'll just
Just not your
read
cup
the
of tea.
spoilers.
We were just talking about how it's like one of the best
I think
stories
it's
and
a great-
emotional.
yeah.
It's whatever.
It's
No,
a good
it's a
emotional.
it's a
Oh,
great
it's great,
story.
yeah.
I just
Yeah,
so with all the other games coming out, Last of Us 2 is so
yeah.
I'm with you there.
yeah.
There's
Especially
a lot coming out.
This is a good year.
while I was in the potty, I read a tweet that said Joel will not even be in this game. So
What?
Joel will not be in this game.
As in the
heard you.
main character of the first game will not be in the second game at all. I don't know
wonder
how I
why.
feel about that, but he was in the first trailer. Interesting.
Who
I
knows?
don't know how I feel about that.
Maybe the trailer is the intro. Maybe something happens that we
I
haven't
swear
seen.
if he dies,
Give him an off-screen death. People love
I would
this.
be.
Oh my God.
Let's talk
Don't
about
you do that to
Spider-Man.
me.
I want to talk about Spider-Man.
Let's talk about Spider-Man.
Let's go.
I was gonna go on that samurai game.
I would.
Or the Chinese
the grappling?
versus the
Yeah.
What was it?
We could talk about that.
No. Let's talk about Spider-Man because there's
I mean,
a lot more.
I have no
wanna
he's
talk
thoughts
about.
on this grappling thing. I have no idea what
I
that
just
is.
knew it was the it was like oh gosh, Shadow of Tsushima or something like that.
Oh, I think that's
Is that what
Chinese
you're talking
for the Colossus.
Oh, remastered.
Oh,
Again,
Part 2.
for the same system. Yeah. No, it was that one. It reminded me of Batman Arkham, but with a sword, and he kills people.
Oh,
Wait,
you know what?
Spider-Man?
No,
Uh,
no,
the
this is
Spider-Man reminds
this
me
is
of
that
Batman.
Chinese. It's like a Chinese versus Mongols.
Oh well, so
Yeah,
his
like
press
the-
conference was a whole bunch of.
It was
it's-
really cool.
It's For Honor.
There was a For Honor update where you get to play as the Chinese. That was
Oh.
kind of cool. Yeah, the Chinese,
Oh.
a lot of Chinese fighters
They
this
were-
year. But let's talk about Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Before I get off topic. Sinister Sticks.
Yeah.
The Sinister Sticks.
I don't know. How do you feel about it? I like the swinging.
I love the
The
swinging.
swinging looks cool. The whole New York free play looks cool.
Yeah, it's the fighting part that I mean, like it's fine.
It's the fighting part that I'm just like, I don't like that combat system. People do. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Arkham City is one of the best games of all time. One of the best selling games of all time. And the Arkham series is great.
Yeah,
Story-wise, I just hate the combat system. It's not fun for me.
right.
So I don't know if I'll get this game
It
day one.
reminded me a lot of I mean Ultimate Spider-Man 1's just with more stuff going on. Like with Ultimate Spider-Man 1, you had the little signal, hey, this guy's about to hit you, hit this
Yeah.
button, you know? And he just jumped and got out of the way. Square, square, punch, punch, which is what he did. And then the only thing that made me go, oh, that's different, was that he has the different web shooters. You know, like, web bomb, rapid fire, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, you know? So it looked like a more refined version of the original Spider-Man games. So I didn't think anything of it that made me go, oh, I don't know, you know?
No,
Yeah.
there's something about that I'm like, oh, I hate. I'm not a fan of that combat system, and that alone will probably make me not get it day one.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, when is it slated to come out?
It is it's either October or September.
If it's October, it's a bad time.
Or is it November? Okay.
If it's
We'll keep
November,
talking. I'm gonna-
if
I'm
it's,
gonna look
if
it
it's
up. Yeah.
November,
'Cause now it's
100%
bugging
off
me.
my radar.
October's
Yeah. Oh
got-
god. Yeah. No. Once November hits, I'll be Fallout. Bye.
Yeah.
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 Offline.
Yeah, no.
So I really love the graphics. Look awesome. I love the designs of the bad guys. Like Scorpion's
Yeah.
design looks really cool. Rhino, he's hard to make.
I think the Sinister Six is such a bad thing, like such a bad taste in my mouth right now
Oh,
because
from
of
the
what Amazing
movies.
Spider-Man 2 tried to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
with Spider-Man Homecoming, you can obviously tell they're setting up for that as well, with Vulture and then Scorpion, and then there's a post-credit scene there as well. So it's just kind of like, it's such a bad taste in my mouth because I've seen it like try to be set up so many different times.
Right.
But I like with this one, they're just like, it's already thing. Because I think that's the best way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you set it up throughout films, people are just going to be like, I could care less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it's not one of those, oh, he's trying to figure out how to be Spider-Man. Like, he's been Spider-Man for 8 years
Yeah.
in this game. And he has people like his own little Jarvis or his own Alfred
Yeah.
that tells him stuff. I'm really excited about this game because I think my favorite part about the Arkham games, and it's kind of silly. Like, there's a lot of things I love about the Arkham games. One of my favorite things was the side missions, which there are side missions in this game too, and they're for different villains.
Yeah.
So even if like the main story is about the Sinister Sticks, I keep saying that, the Sinister Six and like Mr. Negative and all that. Sure, it's focused on them mainly, but then you can have these alternative stories where it's like, oh, there's Kraven the Hunter running around the city, and you got to take him out. Mysterio has planted this many things. You got to find them, and when you find them all, you get to fight Mysterio.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff was one of my favorite things to do with Batman, because it would always be like a little tease of something, like Mad Hatter or something like that. Deathstroke at the end of Arkham Knight, the best boss fight ever. Hated that boss fight. But like, it was all a build up. Like, I was really excited to see stuff like that. I'm excited about this game. It looks really good.
I'll pick it up just to swing around.
Yeah. Am I gonna get it day of? I'm still trying to figure out, just with all the other games that are coming out.
When does it
Not
come
too
out?
much.
I know. I tried to find. I found it, and it was like, you added this to your list. I don't care about A Handmaid's Tale. Why is
Are
that
you on
showing
Amazon?
up?
Why don't you just Google it?
That's
See,
a good point.
My thing is just, the free roam looks great. I
Free roam looks
don't
awesome.
mind the whole, like, you know, when he found the 3 bad guys at the car, and he was just kind of like, quick, all right, taken care of.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff I like.
Oh yeah.
Like, super quick to the point, yeah, he can beat up bad guys.
Yeah.
But, like, he takes 3
on
well-equipped...
the roof.
Yeah, and then he goes to the roof, and
Yeah.
they're just, like, tanking hits.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, yo, I
It's
don't
like,
know
this
about
guy
you.
can stop a truck.
Yeah, Spider-Man hits me, I'm going down.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'll stay down. I'll get those health benefits.
September 7th is its release date.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a little bit out of the way.
I don't know if it's enough, especially if I don't pick it up day one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd get around to it by the time October and all that starts to
Oh, yeah,
hit.
yeah, because
Right.
if I don't pick it up day one, I'm
Yeah,
not.
I'll be playing Red Dead, and I'll still be playing Fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect. Ugh. So, sweet. That I think is my most anticipated. Well, either that or Last of Us was my most anticipated Sony release.
Oh.
There was a couple other ones. Death Stranding. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. Is that the one with Daryl?
Daryl from Walking Dead.
That trailer was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was too weird for me.
So weird. I was watching it, and like, he turned on a light, and there's a freaking baby.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, like the first shot.
The first shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
My wife was sitting there next to me, and like, I was watching it on my iPad. She was playing a video game, and she saw it was like this slimy tunnel, and she's like, "What the world?" And then as soon as it showed that baby's face, she's like, "What the hell?" Yeah, it was crazy.
It's weird.
Yeah. Like, that was weird.
Too weird for my taste.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll pick it up.
I don't like
Mads
that guy.
Mikkelsen's in it.
Too weird for me, and again, I was watching that in a live chat, and the only thing I see the baby, so I see all the like baby rage emotes coming up, so I'm like, oh, fun. And then after that dies, everyone's like, this is Skate 4, and I'm like, yeah, it is.
Skate 4
Skate
confirmed.
4. Despacio 2.
God. So yeah, that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Now you guys watched this one. I didn't really see a lot.
Ooh. We didn't watch it. We were...
Nintendo.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit back. You guys, I didn't see. Speaking of Let's Go, did they show anything Pokemon?
I don't know.
No, I don't think.
They probably
nothing
showed a
more
little
than
bit.
They already did.
They showed a little bit of gameplay.
Oh, they did an interview post
Okay.
and did confirm my worst fear:
Oh.
no wild Pokemon battle encounters.
Oh my god.
No wild Pokemon.
It is completely Pokemon Go in the living room.
That defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't know this. Pokemon is releasing another generation for the Switch next year.
Yep.
Really?
2019, they have a brand new Pokemon,
June
new
19th.
generation.
People are thinking that's, as long as they don't keep the Pokemon Go format with it, they think that is the actual next gen Pokemon. This is just kind of a
filler.
Yeah,
A
a filler
filler.
with kidding kids who have Switches but not cellular plans able to play Pokemon Go with their friends.
better not be $60 then if it's gonna be this.
It's totally gonna be $60. This is Pokemon we're talking about.
Should not be $60.
This is like asking for Sun and Ultra Moon not to be full release price for DS.
They should not have been. I didn't know.
That kind of makes me mad.
I don't know. Okay, so now you
Dang
probably
it! Because I thought when I saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, sweet! It's the original. It's the original game."
Yeah.
You know, but it's like next gen graph. Like it's Nintendo Switch console version of the original 150, like original blue and red. But it's Let's Go, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's it mixes into Pokemon Let's Go. Wait, no, it mixes into Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
Which is fine, I assumed that was such a big phenomenon that they weren't just gonna let it drop. So that just gets me though. That gets me. Like I was hoping it was this thing, but now that I hear it's not. Like I told Dylan when I saw the trailer, this is why. Like if I get a Switch, this will be why.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. No.
If it's just a report of Pokemon Go, that defeats the purpose of Go.
Pokemon Go with RPG elements, a little bit.
See, that's not enough for me.
It's not enough for me.
Yeah.
Either.
That's not enough for me to go out and pay $60. I'll pay $60 for Pokeballs before I go do that.
Oh, yeah.
You should pay $50 for the Pokeball. If you pay $50 for that Pokeball, you get Mew for free, which I'm like.
In Pokemon Go on the phone.
Oh,
that's the gift.
Cheap little.
That special gift that you got when you transferred back over. That's what it is.
Is you get Mew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a virtual.
Never mind. I don't know if I'm gonna even get this game then.
Yeah, I had it on my Amazon wish list. I might just go. Nope. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound like it's for me.
So we got a new subscriber, and it's the almighty Thanos.
Oh,
what a guy!
I'm such a huge fan. I love that thing what you did with the. That's like my favorite thing that you do. Can you do that, almighty Thanos?
Give us
I'm
give
so
us a good
happy.
little snap.
I'm gonna tell my wife. I'm gonna tell all my friends.
Yeah.
Thanos subscribe to me. I'm so happy. No, that's awesome.
Hopefully all the Avengers don't show up.
So, apparently the big thing, like I watched a top 10 of a top 10 trailers from E3 2018, and they said number 1 was Smash Bros.
Disagree.
I'm sorry.
No, I disagree.
Yeah,
Get
they
out of
said
there.
Last of Us was number 2, Smash Bros was number 1.
Look, I get it. It's been long enough. They need one, but at the same time, it's the same wheel.
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
It's like they washed it this time and they put more stickers on it.
Yeah.
But like it's still the same wheel. It's getting a little old.
Right.
To me. I know
No.
people who are diehard Smash competitors, like they compete anywhere from like Birmingham to Atlanta right now.
Uh-huh.
And like, yeah, I can tell you they're freaking out because they're trying to learn the new meta.
Uh-huh.
But if you're not competitive with it, I'm sorry. It's like it's a staple party game, I guess, but to be honest,
So
so
is Mario Party.
Mario
Ah.
Party.
That's what I want.
That's
I love
my
that.
big.
A plus on that segment.
Yeah, it wasn't A+. That was better than our segues. Speaking of
yeah.
Fran Drescher, Sony. No, that was. I didn't even know about that. I was at work and someone told us. It's like, oh, Mario Party's coming out. I was like,
Yeah,
oh.
Oh.
yeah. Shout out to Sarah.
Shout out to Sarah. Sarah told us that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sarah.
Go Sarah.
We weren't. Well, I was at.
What's
we
that?
were.
15 now? Mario Party 15?
You're
I
thinking of
don't-
Kids Bop.
Yeah, Kids Bop. No,
We were
that's-
at
I
work.
put
They're
out
on like
22.
40 something with Kids Bop. Not that I know that.
I think we're on 27.
I don't know. I just moved.
Got
it.
me beat.
I just moved
In New Hampshire, you know.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it though. They had a gameplay thing yet. I haven't looked at it just
Haven't either.
because, you know, been busy man on the airplane. No
Oh,
cellular
yeah.
up there.
Bummer.
But like,
Yeah, we didn't pay for your Wi-Fi.
no, I had to pay that $5.
Sorry, buddy.
But I'm excited to watch it just to see. I don't want too many motion controls. I'm sorry.
No, I don't either.
I don't want any of the infrared pointed at the screen type of stuff.
I don't either.
And I want it to be played primarily on one controller.
Respect.
I'm very picky about this, but only because I don't want this to be a thing for me to host like a LAN Mario Party.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to go spend 200 or like close to
Oh,
200
yeah,
bucks on Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Because what, they're 70, 80 bucks.
$79.99.
Yeah, so like 240 plus tax. Like I don't want to spend that just to have some people come over and play Mario Party. I would,
Right.
but I'd prefer not. Please just make me
I
spend.
totally would.
Yeah, please just make me spend 80.
Right,
That is a
that makes
request.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 3 Joy-Cons, which is weird because they come in 2s. I won't get into the specifics.
Yeah, it's no, I enjoy the mess out of some Mario Party. Some friendships were gained, friendships were lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mario Party.
Goomba better be a character.
So real quick, I just wanted to I feel bad for Pokemon Let's Go now because I just looked at the release date. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
November 16th. 2 days after Fallout 76.
Stupid.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait.
Poor Let's Go.
November 16th, that's a Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. This item will be released on November 16th.
Weird. Is that like a special launch
Got me
with
beat.
something else?
You got me beat. But yeah, no, I am deleting that from my Amazon. But I am keeping Lord of the Rings theatrical, or Lord of the Rings extended edition on Blu-ray. So I'm gonna keep that on. So with recap, I think that's pretty much everything we've.
Yeah.
Everything E3 that we were in.
I'm a liar.
What's up?
November 14th is a Wednesday. I was looking at December. November 16th is a Friday.
Ah.
Oh.
So our
So-
contest ends on Wednesday. Which is good because Wednesday's Fallout video
Hey,
day.
Works perfect.
Ah!
You can just live
So-
stream it. That'll be fine.
Right, yeah, no, it'll be great. So with this is a good E3. A lot of things I was excited about. A lot of things that we were just like, eh, you know what I mean? Some things I didn't know I wanted, now I do.
No, yeah.
Some things that I thought I wanted, but now I'm like, meh,
Yeah.
let's go. So final thoughts. Good year?
It was good.
I think better stuff this year, better names this year.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if the quality is better than
Mhm.
past years.
Right.
Because to be honest, E3's been kind of a sloping, like, it's been sloping out to just kind of a tame level for me in recent
yeah.
years. I'm happy to see Mario Party, happy to see Smash. It's about time. We've needed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Happy to see The Last of Us 2. You know, a lot of good names coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about quality control, though.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that real quick. Are y'all big on beta entries?
Sometimes. The main beta stuff I do or I've done is mainly multiplayer.
Yeah.
With the multiplayer game, the shooter Destiny was the first beta I did.
Yeah.
And then the past 2 Battlefronts, Star Wars Battlefronts.
Yeah.
Those are the only betas I think I've ever done. Fallout's getting a beta.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
Because I have ended up, every beta that I get way too hyped for,
Mm-hmm.
it kills the game for me.
Oh yeah.
I did that with Guild Wars 2, played every beta weekend, played every beta chance I got,
Mhm.
and then purchased the game just so I could get the open beta.
Yeah.
And by the time the game came out, I was like, I've done all the low-level stuff so many times, I don't want to play anymore.
Right.
And then I did that for Sea of Thieves. I played so much the first few weekends, they were stress testing,
Uh-huh.
and it almost left a little bad taste in my mouth because I burnt myself out.
Right.
But at the same time, I want to get in there on Fallout and test everything out,
Mm-hmm.
but I also don't want to ruin the illusion.
Right.
But I know if I don't get in the beta, I'm going to see everything anyways, and then
Right.
just be like, well, that's the game. You know?
Right.
So that's my thing with E3 this year. There have been a lot of stuff that's like, hey, try it early, buy it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed that, and with and I was thinking that I was like, now that I'm thinking, I'm like, most of the betas that I've played, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the beta, and then I'd get the game, and I enjoyed the game for a couple hours, but then I was like,
Yeah.
God, if that happens to with Fallout, I would be so upset. Oh, I'd be so upset.
Oh, yeah, I'm scared. That's why I've been in a big debate on my channel. Just people like, I'm getting the beta, and I'm like, I don't want to,
Yeah.
but I know if I don't, then everyone's just gonna tell me stuff, and I'm not gonna get the full experience when it actually launches.
Right.
Because there's no way to get a full experience now.
Right.
Which upsets me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh, man, I hope. Ooh, I hope this works. Yeah, I mean, they did say they had a good reason for doing the beta. They were like, listen, we've never done anything like this before.
Yeah.
Like, we're this is a first for us. We know you're nervous. We know that we're nervous. So let us know what we're doing right. Da 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 da. So their reasoning is good.
Yeah.
Instead of it just being like, okay, we need some things to test out, like with actual people playing.
Yeah.
Like, go for it. We need to see if our servers work. Like, this is to actually see, all right, does this work?
Yeah.
You know? And I love his quote. It just works.
It just works.
It just works. That was his quote. I loved it. But we'll definitely see. Are you Dylan, you gonna get the booty?
I don't want to get the beta for all these reasons alone. I don't. Something about like everyone playing it on the same day, us all. Because most gamers kind of play these stories about the same pace, and it's around 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks. It's about that week. If it comes out on Tuesdays, but that weekend when we get to the bulk of the story, and that's when Reddit forums and Twitter conversation all turns to, oh my god, like when the Institute happens, like, oh my god, I think the Institute is your son, blah, 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 spoiler alert for Fallout 4. But, I don't know, I think betas are just kind of a company's way of just being like, hey, buy the game.
Yeah.
And you get to play it early,
but
only for like a small time, but you're stuck with the game.
Right.
So, because I know there's one game, I don't know who it was, but like if you played the beta, if you pre-ordered the game, played the beta, hated the beta, they wouldn't give you a refund on your pre-order back. Because with like PlayStation, like it's not like GameStop where you pre-order a game for $5. On PlayStation, you pre-order a game, you pay $60, $65. So.
Well, I know Sea of Thieves had a lot of backlash for their beta because when the game actually launched, they had been doing stress tests. Like, if you had it pre-ordered, you could already play for the week up to it, and then they were down for a week, and people were like, you know, there wasn't that much to do. We felt like it was kind of competitive or repetitive with the actual mission side of things, not the make up your own. And they were like, we want more mission. And they were already kind of honest with it. They're like, hey, this isn't really about, you know, grinding to the top. This is about enjoying the world. But people were like, that's not what we want.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's what we made and told you. And so people are like, give us money. And they're like, yo, you've played this for like 40 hours this week. Come on now. Like, Steam has a new policy or recent policy where if you play the game less than 2 hours and hate it, you can return it.
I respect that.
Yeah, I get that.
I respect
the
that.
Only
that
bad
was
thing.
Me with Ark.
There is a bad thing though. Like the Sonic game that came out, it took players about an average of an hour and 30 minutes to beat. So people were just beating the new Sonic and being like, "This is garbage to us. Return."
Oh my god.
And so that really messed up like that entire Sonic team because all these people were beating the game within 2 hours and being able to return it scot-free.
Oh,
so
that sucks.
I'm just kind of like, you gotta watch out for that now. You need actual content past just your base gameplay. Like, base gameplay needs to at least... I think if I can't enjoy a game for at least a week, going for as much story as possible, or as much what you're doing as possible...
Right.
I'm not too hyped on getting it.
Yeah.
Respect?
Yeah.
Yeah. This Sonic thing gets me.
Yeah, I know, right? It hurts.
That gets me. Yeah, that happened with me with Ark. I played Ark. I realized I don't like dying this much. And the thing that sucks is all the reviews were like, "You're gonna die a lot." They weren't kidding, and I just didn't have the patience for it, so I returned it.
I had that debate. Caitlin was over. I was having that debate with Jurassic World. I was like, I might return this game. I don't like it. I eventually got to a point where I didn't take it as seriously as I was. So I was like, okay, it's just a building game, whatever. But I was having that point where I was just like, I feel gypped out of my cash money.
There's a lot of the thing I think that Jurassic World needed, because I've been playing that game religiously. There's a lot of weird mechanics in it that I'm not overly fond of, mainly the comfort level of
the dinosaurs and the fact that the second it goes down, they're like, oh, screw this, I'm out of here. And they go through your fences like they're paper.
Yeah.
Like they hit them 3 times, they're gone. Even the strongest fences in the game, they just hit it 5 times. They're like, I'm out. I'm gonna go eat people. Yeah. And it's kind of like that kind of sucks. But like, there's no tutorial. They don't show you how any of the stuff works, and it kind of forces you. If you bought the game because you wanted to have a sandbox mode where you just made your perfect Jurassic World, you're not going to be able to do that yet unless you play through the entirety of the game and do majority of the missions where you unlock all the good stuff, so your park isn't full of just substations and power stations and stuff like that. I don't know. I enjoyed it. At first, there was a point where I was like, okay, this is interesting. But once I got into the swing of things, I'm really enjoying the smack out of it.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I'm gonna own it. The smack out of it.
I think, because it's the same company that made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
It's Tycoon, from my understanding.
Yeah, Frontier, is that the name of the company? So they made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, which, in my opinion, is the best sandbox game ever.
Right.
Because you have, the menu literally says sandbox and missions. So you go to sandbox and you have everything. You have just open field. Do whatever you want with it.
Right.
It's your sandbox. You have everything. You don't have to unlock everything. You've got it all.
Right.
Where if you play the missions, it's like how this one, it's like all the different islands. You do that in Roller Coaster Tycoon. You go to different amusement parks, and like one of them is all Western theme, and they're like, oh, this needs a roller coaster. Build a roller coaster with this budget, and it has to have this much excitement rate. So I'm like, I wish this game gave you a pre-set like sandbox mode, as opposed to having to unlock a sandbox mode, but everything in your sandbox mode is only what you have unlocked in your story.
Yeah.
Which that's not me, like, I don't know, because it sounds so lazy coming out of my freaking mouth.
No, well, the idea, because I understood the idea, but then you're gypping the people that have to, like, that don't enjoy having to unlock that kind of stuff.
Well, then,
because it motivates you to play through the game. Because that's why I haven't even touched the sandbox mode, because I wanted to unlock everything first. But see, I knew that going in. But if you were like, oh, it's like Operation Genesis, where literally you get a blank island and you can do whatever you want with it, right? Not necessarily that. And I understand like why some people would not like that, but
well, if it was made by any other company, I would be okay with this. But it's Frontier, who's like literally known for sandbox mode. Like, dude, like, we don't want to write a story, so you just do whatever you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, and I don't know. So when I saw Frontiers make it, I was like, oh, okay, there'll be a sandbox mode. There'll probably be a story mode or something like that, mission mode, that I will probably not do.
Non-existent. There's no story.
I don't know. I don't think it would jip people out though, because I think people would go into a sandbox game like this and be like, I can just build my own park.
Yeah. See, that's a weird thing, because they did Zoo Tycoon and it had that. You know, I mean, you had to unlock things through the sandbox mode, which
that would I would be okay with that.
But having to like
you were telling us earlier about how like if there's 3 divisions, and if you don't appease one of them, they'll freaking sabotage your whole park.
Yeah, that part I don't mind as much when I'm not trying. Like, once I've got everything, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. You know, it's fun because it's like it gives me something to do. But like when I'm trying to like unlock everything, that just gets in the way. Because if I'm trying to 3-star something, I'll get to like 2.5 stars. I'm like, I'm so close. I just got a 3-star so I can unlock the next island, get more dinosaurs. And then they're like, sabotage. And then it like people die and dinosaurs run over people, and it goes back down to like 1.5. Crap.
Yeah.
So here's my thing though. With Frontier, they did Planet Coaster, which is like semi-recently. And they have been religiously updating that game. Like, they're still updating it now. They're pretty good about both adding content and then fixing things that people don't like about games. So I guarantee you, a year from now, and I hate saying this, but like a year from now, Jurassic World Evolution is going to be fantastic. you gotta think they had a really short development cycle for this. They really had to pump this one out. Apparently, they only had like a few years to do it, as opposed to your normal average 5 or 4.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so they only had 2.5, 3 years to make this game. So some of the mechanics are really weird. A lot of the animations are identical. Like literally, I'm watching like a Deinonychus and a Velociraptor fight. And have you ever seen those commercials where somebody like there's 2 people staring at each other, and then they're like doing the same motion, like they're mirroring each other?
Yep.
It's that. They're like the Velociraptor and the Deinonychus are fighting each other, and they're literally mirroring the same exact moves. So I guarantee you, a year from now, this game's gonna be a lot better because all the gripes you're having, a lot of other people are having.
No, yeah.
If I had known that, I can tell you right now, I would not have bought it of launch.
And I respect that decision. I just hate it because I knew what I was getting going in because this was my most anticipated game of the year. Luckily before E3.
Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah, I was like, this is pre-E3.
Jurassic World Evolution should not be in your top 5.
Yeah, no, it was pre-E3 because they announced that like last year, and I've been wanting a dinosaur game forever. So this was like my most anticipated game, but I hate that it's not perfect because I was thinking it would be, but it is definitely not.
Now, I don't agree with IGN's 4.8.
No, God no.
I will say that I don't as much because I don't hate the game. I'm enjoying it, but like at the same time, I'm just like it's one of the most frustrating games I've ever played. Because I played it yesterday in the stream, and it's like we can play for 45 minutes. Great, perfect. Life is easy breezy.
Tornado.
Tornado.
Bad things.
Tornado. It's weird.
Tropical storm.
5
dinosaurs get out. Negative $900 cash. You're like,
yeah. I think that was a big thing they kept saying within the game. They were like, "Oh yeah, you think everything is gonna go great," and then because the big part of the movie, because they wanted to make it a lot like the movies, and a big part of the movies. I mean, name one movie where everything goes right. You know,
Chef with Jon Favreau.
Name one Jurassic movie. Chef.
Chef Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Nah. That was it was interesting. This is such an E3 talk, and then we started talking Jurassic World.
What else is there to talk about at E3? We did Nintendo.
Yeah, I mean that was it. We hit everything we wanted. It was just a segue.
There's a lot of top 2.
Top 2 what?
Top 2
of E3.
Top 2
Because I think top 3 is too much. Like, top 3 is like
top 2.
Top 3 is you have 2 things you really like, and then a third one that you're just like, oh, that's a good name.
Right.
Like, top 2 is what you really care about because those are the 2 that are fighting for your number 1.
Okay.
Fallout
76 is my number 1.
Yeah. Fallout 76.
Doom Eternal's my number 2.
They're both Bethesda games. I would say Starfield if I saw more about it and I knew it wasn't next gen.
Dude, I mean, have you seen that video of the logo?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. If I saw more, then I'd be like, yeah. But nah. So Fallout 76 definitely my number 1. That's the game I'm most excited about this year. As for the next one, it's a coin toss between Last of Us and Spider-Man. But I'm probably gonna go Spider-Man because I haven't played a Spider-Man game in God I don't know how long.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I'm extremely excited about this one.
Right.
Like super excited.
And so yours is Fallout and Doom?
Yeah.
Fallout and Spider-Man.
See, I think mine's a little mixed. I'm on the Mario Party top.
Mario Party's number 3 for me.
Mario Party's my number 1 just because it's been a hot minute. I'm ready for one. And Fallout's my number 2 only because of the whole... I'm just not sure how the launch is going to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to be a part of the launch as fresh-minded as possible, but I know if I'm going to either have to play beta like I don't want to, or I'm going to have to stay off social media and everything else for a week.
Right.
Yeah.
So...
Because the beta launch
it's just
is
small
soon.
little things, yeah.
When's the beta launch?
I think it's soon.
Oh, wait, really? This early?
I think it's...
That's probably why it's already a bestseller on Amazon.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if so, yeah, I have to do beta. There's no way I'm going to stay off of things and, keep my mind clear for that long.
Shoot. Yay!
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good. Looking up.
Yeah. Good year. like last year I wasn't this excited about games.
Oh, no,
This
no.
year I'm like, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yay!
This could be a year that starts an upward trend.
Oh
I will
yeah,
give that.
I hope so. It's like, all right, we're hitting the peak of the current generation and PlayStation 5, Xbox 2.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah.
Confirmed holiday 2019.
Yeah, I don't know how they feel about these big games coming out before a new gen is coming out, but gotta end it somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It is
76
strong.
is gonna be the last Bethesda
Big
game
Bethesda.
for.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're already saying, "Hey, Starfield and Elder Scrolls are next year or next gen," and I doubt they're gonna do another Fallout
No.
before. Like that would just be silly. 3 Fallout games and before another Elder Scrolls.
I would be okay with it.
I mean, I think if they're gonna do a new next gen, like they could do like what they did with the 360 and the one where it's like, okay, everything that we've said this year is gonna be on the 360, but you want to play it on the next one if you want full experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect that. I think that's good to transition people.
Nintendo tried to do that with Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Its launch day was like, Breath of the Wild also comes on Wii U. But I hear it's not as good on Wii U.
Oh no, of course they're not. They're supposed to be because they make the games for the next gen,
Yeah.
and then they kind of port them to.
But
But
I also heard Wii U, because you know in Zelda you have that pad with you.
Yes.
If you have the Wii U, that your Wii U pad looks identical to the pad that you have in Zelda. Like
Oh.
what's on,
Oh yes. Yeah. That
which I think is a cool little thing. But I'm like, it plays so much better on Switch.
it is a cool feature.
Still haven't beat it.
You need to go back.
I'm still 5 hours or more in. That's what my Switch says.
You need to go back and play it.
yeah.
You need to go back. Shut up.
Oh,
I'm
your
so
shots
sorry.
fired.
I'm so sorry. That
He
wasn't me.
drove all the way from. He flew all the way from New Hampshire.
Continuity.
Continuity error.
Messing up the story.
So, awesome. I think I have hit my. I mean, I'm.
I'm out.
Final
Yeah.
thoughts, gentlemen.
I'm juiced out.
You guys looking forward to this year?
I took my first pee of the day about 2 hours ago.
There you
Hey,
go.
hey, congrats.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm a little worried.
You'll be fine.
You'll be alright.
Shake
You
it
got all
out.
these games to play. You'll be fine.
I'm
like how I
hoping
kept all.
Fallout 76 has Game Fuel re-release in stores.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Love me some
Okay,
Game Fuel.
yeah.
That,
Oh,
that-
it'll
I
probably
guess-
be Battlefield 3.
or Battlefield World
5.
War II.
What is it? Battlefield? What is it?
Battlefield 5.
Is
That-
it Battlefield 5
I
World
think
War II?
so.
Battlefield 5. No solo story.
Yeah, no. So
Battlefield 5, no solo story,
Which-
Grand Royale, Battle Royale.
There
Don't
you
sue
go.
us.
Oh my gosh, Battle Royale. They're
every-
dead in a year.
I always was like, I thought people were going to be upset that Battlefield 3, 4, 5 doesn't have story mode.
Mhm.
But I was talking to people at work and like people like everyone I see on Facebook, they're like,
Oh,
you
they're
play
fine.
through the story once and then you just play online. Like if you play the story at all. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And if you're not upset about it, I'm not upset.
Fair. I like it.
So I've always hated that whole like online exclusive though. Like
Yeah.
Battlefront 1. It's kinda like that. But
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 is meh.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I just want to say before we dismiss, this is my classroom, obviously. Before we depart, thank you, TheMrChaptastic, for showing up on the show and talking
Chapstick.
nerd with us.
Hey, thank you for having me.
It was
a lot of
awesome.
fun.
So
Worth the flight.
Worth the
Worth the flight.
You're so
yeah.
flying back tonight though, by the way?
Yeah.
Taking
can you-
that red eye.
Can you drop me
You're
off?
Absolutely not.
yeah. You're paying your way back though, right? We got you here. You gotta.
I'll go find a job.
Yeah, I was like, how badly you want to go home?
Target's hiring.
So, thank you so much. It's been awesome. I love how we didn't mention at all. Like, people who were watching the stream from our channel be like, why does he have this mask on?
Should we tell them why, or should we just leave it a mystery?
Yeah, I say we leave it a mystery.
Oh, yeah.
Let them
Someone
think.
did say he actually went with the mask. You're correct, Anthony. I did go with the mask. I was not joking.
No, we're not doing a face reveal on our show
No.
unless we
No.
wanted to make it an exclusive. But that's only when we're like when he's got millions of views and
Yeah.
we're desperately needing to. So, Awesome. Thank you so much for having it. Thank you so much for talking with us. Dylan, final thought. Final closing. Make sure giveaway. Last plug.
Oreo chocolate peanut butter pie.
Ooh, let's go for it.
We promote healthy eating here on the DJ Ellis Nerd Talk Show.
We do. RC Cola.
RC Cola
RC
with
Cola.
chocolate peanut butter pie Oreo.
You gonna grab one?
No, I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I was gonna help you get your hands full. Oh my god. His face says it all right now.
It's fake. You guys are looking at him right now. He looks great. He looks like he's loving
I
it.
can see his eyes from my angle. Oh, stop looking at me.
Alrighty, thank
It's
you guys
great.
so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for being a part of the chat and talking nerd with us. E3, big year, lots of things we were excited about. Love talking these things with you guys. And until next time, you'll be seeing us this week.
I forgot the hotkeys.
We can always hit them manually. Thank you guys for being who you are. Thank you for talking nerd with us. And until next time, keep talking nerd, guys. Farewell.
I forgot the hotkeys, so we're gonna try 1,